is hopefully good, hopefully great. Oh my god, happy Friday. Oh wow. Oh man, how we all doing? Hopefully good, hopefully good. Hey Sally, what's up, dude? How you doing? Oh my god. Hey Desky, how do man? How are you in the Parawiggler? Hopefully good. Hey Gred, how you doing, man? Hey, stab yourself first, to me at least. You know what? And that's all that matters. It's all that matters, so long as you're first in your own mind. Oh my gosh, Polytribicus, hello! Hi Nap, it's Mellow on someone else's computer. I'm at a friend's, but the grind doesn't stop. Let's go! Mellow, hello there! Poggers! Yo, Gombar! Dude! What's up, man? Thank you so much for the resub, man! And good lord, sir! For 9 months! That's a Twitch baby, if I've ever heard of one. Oh my gosh, how you doing, man? Hey, and Polytricamus, thank you so much for the follow. Or I guess Mellow, hello there. Thank you so much for the follow again. Oh my god, wife and kids are doing great. Life is busy, and I'm my worst enemy. Hey! Well, you know what? That just means you know all your own weaknesses, so you can defeat yourself as your enemy and then become your hero. Also, try Super Meat Boy. Good lord. But dude, thank you so much for both the resub, but also at such a high level, and I hope you're doing well. I hope life's not, while busy, isn't treating you too poorly, you know? But thank you so much for 9 months of support. Oh my gosh. Life is great. My summer's itinerary is filled to the brim. Yo, I'm so happy to hear that for you, Celia. That's great. Oh man. Sadly not good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Desky. Oh my god. Nap, I have to go soon. Can we see Dave for my friend before we leave? I don't know. Maybe. You know, why not? It's been long enough. I think a lesson has not at all been learned. Why not? You know, I think Gombar's here, everyone's here. Oh, don't worry about the shaders. I was filming something. Don't even worry about that. This ain't lore. Don't, it's nothing. It's just that. Very easy, but on the plus side, did good on my MCAT, and finished my first year of grad school with a good GPA. Woo! So that bodes well for the med school applications. Let's go! Oh my god, Gombar, that is sick, dude. Congrats! Oh my gosh, you're absolutely killing it. I mean, it sounds like while busy, that sounds like things are going well, dude. I'm glad to hear it. Oh my god, you must feel really proud. Congratulations. Genuinely. Not the lore shit, no, please. Oh my god. Lore. Oh man. What is up, my... Excuse me? Gesundheit? Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I feel like I should throw salt over my shoulder. What does that mean? Yo, Sally, what's up, dude? Hi, Nip. I'm going to be liking. I'm not feeling too well at the moment. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I hope you feel better, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely happy to have you here lurking. Hopefully, I can at the very least entertain, if not make you feel better, exactly. But oh my gosh. Also, man, Gombar, not to pry, but I gotta ask, are MCATs difficult? I feel they are, all right? I feel they are. I've studied deeply for like LSATs and stuff like that, but and I know they're kind of like something totally different, but I feel like I would simply melt as a human being. My brain can barely comprehend. Like the comprehension required for these friggin' logic things that you gotta do for like an LSAT is already bad enough. I feel like if it was medical, I would simply just be goo. I would be goo, much like this sheep. I would just be obliterated. Now you might be saying, oh, that sheep's perfectly fine, but it's not. Okay, no, but seriously, I would be goo. That part's not a lie. Oh gosh, it means you partake in the pepperonis. What? In what way am I partaking? My laptop plus hotel Wi-Fi equals slowest machine on earth. Why does that read like an L plus ratio? Why does that read that way? I see via TikTok, you've been very busy building. Yes, I have. Oh my gosh, things have been moving right along. There's actually a YouTube video about one of the biggest builds I've done lately. It's been a wacky little time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm no salmon up when it comes to YouTube videos. That guy's got it figured out. That man's a genius. But like, boy, howdy, am I making my way? Yo, Tiger, howdy chat, howdy VOD watchers, howdy that, howdy Tiger, how you doing? Oh my gosh. Would I travel to space? Absolutely not. I intensely dislike how infinite it is. I'd rather stay on Earth where I can pretend infinity doesn't exist. Honestly, someone put a pin in that. Tiger, in like 7 minutes, bring that back up. I have something I want to say, but I did say I would go see David. So I also want to do that before I forget. Oh my gosh, insanely, bro. The 8-ish hours test is bad enough, but the test is obnoxious, trying to be difficult for meaningless ways. Oh, so true. Like the stuff that's trying to trip you up. Like, oh my God, that is also like in the LSAT like prep questions I've done, it's been the worst. It's been the absolute worst. Oh man. Wait, helpless radio plus kill the video star. Wait, what? No, scratch that. Reverse it. Also, I wouldn't have traveled to space. I'm very terrified of space and thought it endless, and there may be a life out there, but I would rather stay on Earth. Interesting. I would travel to space. Also, hi, nobody's fool. If new space was safe, I don't want to be a part of another Dodge Challenger accident. So true. I don't think it was a Dodge sponsored Challenger. I'm gonna be I'm gonna level with you guys. Oh my gosh, David, how you been? Sorry, I was talking to them. All right, listen. There was a lot to go over. All right, don't worry about it, man. Okay, yeah, it's crazy to you. It's not to me though, right? Oh my God. How much sass in one person? Listen, how you been? You been well? No, well, sort of. I'm back now though. Well, it was like a little pilgrimage, all right? It was nothing. It was like a little pilgrimage. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I found some stuff out. That was good. No, not what we were hoping. I think those fortresses mean more than I knew. Well, listen, I found an old text. That's all I'll say, all right? Because it's just theory now. It doesn't mean anything yet. But I think what I saw was real. Well, remember how I described those kind of like charred skeletons? Well, turns out they might be more real than I thought. I thought they were a hallucination. I hallucinate a lot of things. What? Okay, I'm just saying. Listen. Well, and I think you should stay away from them for the time being, okay? Give me another 2 months. Yeah, I don't know how much like they'll bother me, but they come around like twice a month, if. All right, not even. They're not that much of a bother. Don't worry about it. Well, you know. Okay, maybe 4 times. Nah, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Listen, David, it's been great. I'll see you again soon, okay? You too. Oh gosh. Oh, good gravy. Oh wow. Not the pain. I would travel to space. Ooh. So I got braces. Ooh, I mean Pog. Good dental care. Good optometry. No, that's eye care. Orthodontistry. Is that what it's called? Is that the practice? Is it what they call it these days? Also, hi Pink. But there is no reason to be asking people to do physics with no calculator. I'll never. Oh, so true. Like certain questions that they slam into those quizzes are so silly, especially in today's day and age. They want you doing logarithms with no calculator. I don't even know what that means. I would write about how to cut down a tree. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you, Gabba. I would write about how to cut down a tree in that scenario. Oh man. Oh man. Ridiculous how we teach upper mathematics. So true, King. So true. Can you ask Dave if he's free tomorrow at 7 p.m.? No, he's busy. With me. We're doing things. We're excavating, all right? Listen, don't worry about it. Actually, oh wait, no, we're not even doing that. We gotta go visit, oh yeah. Well, don't worry about that. I'm sure that'll be fine. Got some people to visit. Yo, Keo, what's up, dude? Hey, chicken. Take a look at this guy. He wants to write about cutting down trees. Hey, I am the Lorex, all right? And I'm under new management. From now till the end of time, I'm gonna... The Onceler wishes. He could never. Liagro22, thank you so much for the follow. That was his name, right? It was the Onceler, or is that... Oh, wait, no. Am I thinking of the Babadook? Was it the Babadook or the Onceler? Which one was in the Lorax? One of them. One of them was in it. Maybe it was the Babadook. I've not actually seen the Lorax. I'm gonna be... I'll be honest about that one. Thank you, Gombar. Welcome back. I've so missed this. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. No, don't encourage it. Don't you good God, I have not been gotten that badly in so long. Oh my god. Welcome back, Gombar. Oh god, that one hurt. That physically was like a lot. I was in it. I was in the moment. I didn't even... My brain had turned off and I was like, nothing behind me, noise, creeper. A platypus? Gum! Platypus? Oh my god. Man's almost jumped off a mountain. I know! I didn't listen. Jeez. Scout doesn't have a Boston accent. What are you talking about? In what world do you see Scout go, oh, I got my car keys and I gotta pack my car, go to Fenway? What kind of an absolute... Oh, I have opinions on Boston. Oh my god. Oh, look at me, Boston. Oh, Boston. I pack my car and I protect the Catholic Church. I mean, what? Anyway, woo! Oh god, I'm... Ooh, yo, Lemon Beast, what's up? Wow, we got Mars. So nice to see you again. I hate it here, man. I hate it here. A platypus plumber. Bury the platypus plumber. Bury the platypus. That's an accent redeemed, dummy. Oh my god. All right. I didn't notice it, but all right, sure. We'll talk. Park your car, yeah, sure. Okay, right. All right. I just gotta really open my mouth, cause everything in Boston is just a real open mouth. If you was from where I was from, you'd be gone, or whatever he says. Oh my god, this is pain. This is Agababa. Neb, do you have any idea for a gimmick Minecraft server like the Last Life server that some of the hermits do? Me? No, I would never. Even in the I don't care what anything says. I don't care what Gabe Newell himself could come up to me. He could come up to me. He could pull his little chin beard up and he could be like, his third mouth come out of his chin and he'd be like, Napoleon, you gotta understand, Scout's actually from Boston. And I would spit on him and say, no, you're wrong. You show me the Bostonian who would say boink, bink, bonk. No, no, I say. Oh my god. Gabe Newell, eat your heart out. Good lord. Yo, Magician, what's up, dude? But also, yes, chicken. Sorta yeah, sorta no. I can't really talk much about it currently. Not because like I'm contractually obligated to not talk about it, more just like things are in the air and I don't want to promise things that may or may not happen. So, you know, I've arrived after weeks of vanishing. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. So happy to have you. Hope you're doing well. I've seen you pop in and out, but if you're here for more long times, then that's grand.
You're not hydrated enough unless you've been waterboarded.
Okay. Okay. Great. Awesome. Oh, sweet Jesus. Gumbar, I don't know whether to be happy that you're back. On the one hand, welcome back, Gumbar. Always a pleasure. But on the other hand, Gumbar. Oh, you know, in the same way that Timmy Turner's dad would say Dinkelberg. Oh my God, X-Logic exec. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. Out goes. Out do. How y'all doing, man? Actually, I'm gonna go this way. How y'all doing? How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? How was the stream? Hopefully good. Welcome, Raiders. Hey, Mizark. Say it that way. I choose to add an extra inflection. Thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. Oh my God. I'm neither 13 nor 5'7" nor a slurp. I hated you, man. I really do. I really do. This is don't listen. Okay, listen, Raiders, like my good amigos, me Raiders, oofa for you. Thank you so much for the follow. Listen, between you and me, don't listen to chat. They're villains, they're degenerates, they're awful. I love them, but they're awful. Don't listen to them. They'll lie to you. Hey, and X-Logic, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate that, dude. Good. How's your? Oh, it's going great so far. I mean, other than my chat bullying me into the ground, which is a bit of a pain, but you know, like, other than that, it's going great. Oh man, it's okay. You should be safer. I'm trying to be more responsible. Med school applications are expensive. Oh, well, at least I'm a little safer. Hey, Marv, thank you so much for the follow as well, dude. Oh my God, pop off. We only tell the truth. You never tell the truth. Hey, Dragoncorn, dude, what's up, man? Hiya, Nebs. Why are you early and how's it been? Early? I'm not early. It's 4:53. I stream 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday, Friday. It's a set thing. What do you mean early? Good gravy. He gets mad easily, so he says sensitive. I am not sensitive, Aubrey. That was a Vine that once existed. Remember those, chat? Remember Vine? Fun fact, I actually don't. I did not have that app. That app was dead by the time that I was like getting apps on my phone. I just genuinely only watched YouTube compilations in the period between TikTok existing and like Vine dying, and that's how I know the references. And that is my deep dark secret, chat. There you go. I'm a sham. I'm a fraud. All right. I never watched it. I never saw them. It was all just gobbledygook. Oh wait, no. Chat, you didn't remind me. I told you last stream, remind me. The factory is where I left the materials, but nobody reminded me. My gosh. Oh man. I never broke a bone before, and wow, my first time, and it's always. Oh, I'm sorry, 11 beats. I missed something. Did you say you broke a bone, dude? Wait, I broke my toe. Oh God, I fell down some stairs and broke it. Sorry, dude, that got caught up in the raid and everything. Oh my gosh, I hope you're all right. Good gravy. I mean, obviously not. You broke your toe, but still. Hey, Murder Mystery 15. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Up here? Ah, there we go. I knew I left it somewheres. I knew it. They tried to tell me I was wrong, but I've never been wrong in my life. That may or may not be untrue, I'll admit. Can I join? This is just a single player world. This is just a hardcore survival world. Yeah, it's not like a server or anything, so sorry. But no. Of course you did have a Vine app. So I swear to God, I am not. We have been over this repeatedly. Become a faceless streamer, they said. It'll be fine, they said. No one would ever mistake your very deep and very masculine and just so rugged voice as being 13. No one would ever mistake that. Lo and behold, they didn't account for bullies. I'm just kidding, Dad. I'm just kidding. Oh man, people who didn't have Vine because they got social after it versus people who didn't have it because they were too young to have it. Yes, I was one of those. I know, I feel like I only actually saw Vine on you. Oh, same! I never had the app, and honestly, better for it. Got it purely curated. I didn't have to deal with like all the ugh. Only the best of Vines, only the finest of Vines were given to me. I was like, yes, wonderful. The Vine is especially good today, my good man. That's how it happened too. That's how I talked to him. I went, my good man. You know, because I'm like, blue passport. Well, I guess he's not saying that anymore, actually, because woof, that was a little chunk of history. Aren't you guys so happy to still be living in unprecedented times? Isn't that fun? Don't you love that statement still? Doesn't it still have the same punch? Nap, I've heard middle schoolers with deeper voices than you. How dare you? I have a very... I have a very deep voice. How dare... I have a very deep voice, and how dare you try to tell me otherwise? I am clearly very deep voiced, and I will not have people tell me otherwise. Granted, I went to school with middle schoolers that darn near full beards in middle school. They what? Excuse me. The way I see it, if Chad is comfortable enough to mock you a friendly, harmless way, you're doing your job as a streamer. Oh, Grant, I know. It's all fun and game. I rib at the chat ribs at me. You know, we back and forth a bit. It's all camaraderie and fun. You know? Oh man. Perfect. And that expanded the docks again, by the way, today, chat. And then we're hopefully gonna get to work on the actual tree, and I then plan to go on a little bit of an adventure. That's right, chat. Road trip part 2. The squeak wall. Cause why not? Who doesn't? You know? Oh god, I hate myself for that. Vote for Larry the Cat as Prime Minister. What? I would like to stop living through major world events. No! All we have is more. L. Get obliterated, nerds. Oh man, it's ruined my degree plenty. Oh my gosh. Why did that get southern? I don't know, man. I pay Nap $5 a month. I destroy Nap's confidence. It's give and take. Road trip, exactly. It'll come later in the stream. But oh my god, actually, that's a funny story. I don't know if I've told this before. If I have, stop me. But like, at one point, so my one part of my degree, not that I really want to get too much into it. You guys don't need to know that much about me. Has been like you know, poli-sci and parts history, and then there's an English part as well. But yeah, and so if like. Actually, I might continue on beyond just like I might continue later and go, I don't know, master something like that, but that's forever away. Who cares? But anyway, in specializing in those topics is kind of majors. One of the interesting things about poli-sci is I once submitted a paper. You see, I submitted a paper that was a discourse on the UN, and I won't get into what I was writing because you know that's not really appropriate for Twitch chat. But anyway, and I was exploring into that and yada 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 yada. I am one day away from handing in this paper, a singular day. One day, and the UN comes out with like a new policy, a new unprecedented decision in policy between countries in interventionism. And my professor, I emailed them. I go, this kind of obliterates my whole paper because all before this it was true, but today, the day before this paper happens to be due, they decided to unprecedentedly, even the news is calling it unprecedented, do something totally different. do I have to like change? And they said, yes, you have to, your paper would be wrong now. So please go rewrite all 23 pages. All 23, rewrite them, find new sources, get absolutely obliterated, and L plus ratio, you don't get an extension. And I was like, oh, thanks, dude. That's great. Awesome. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is so good for me. Yes. Yes. Thank you. I am not going to wing night now. I am no longer going to wing night with my friends. I am now writing again. 23 pages? Yeah, on average, a lot of my papers are anywhere from like 15 to 30 pages. Just because of like the sheer amount of like topic you have to cover and whatnot, and like because you gotta lay the groundwork.
What a jerk of a professor that's just being a jack A for no reason.
Oh, 100. I agree. Other professors I talked to were like, that is wild, but also they expected it from that professor. They're like, yeah, they're the type. Because they think everybody today has it so easy, and back in their day, they, I don't know, fought Usain Bolt and Khan from Star Trek himself just to get to class. Like, I don't know what he thought used to go on, but yeah, apparently life used to be tough or something, and now it's all so easy. But I digress. Sorry, that's getting way too like. But anyway, yeah, it was just absolutely, it obliterated me. I was gonorrhino. It was absolute. Woo! Oh man.
Ah, they're wrong. Good to know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were. Ooh. Well, because they used to have to use the little Dewey Decimal catalog systems. The research was so hard back in the day. Not like today. You can just Google things. I was like, yes, there's also a higher standard today and easier to double check people's work, and like you can't just, not that you ever should, but you can't just like plagiarize people's work easily. Like it's just Scottish yelling. I don't know so much about the yelling, all right, just because the yelling part might obliterate my voice, but we'll give her a go. I can't tell you if I can or can't even do good Scottish, you know. It's a great day. All right, yeah, sure. Oh no, but chat, it is I haven't got any way of going around it. It's pretty easy to just get lost in all the advancement that's occurred, and so because of that, you often have various professors and other such academics who come around and they decide, oh no, everything's too easy these days. It's too easy. And so you gotta really fight sometimes to ensure that in fact what you're trying to do and what you're trying to create will be accepted in an academic setting. Because it's not easy. My country is entering a recession. Oh. No, but it's too easy. Listen, he had to search things up. You're not understanding, chat. He had to look things up in a little card catalog. Let alone, he got a paper cut. He got a little paper cut. He got a paper cut. You gotta realize that. That's integral to understanding the plight of this poor man and how he suffered while being some white dude in 1985. Oh my god! Sorry, I just had I Scooby-Dooed this thing, or whatever Doctor Strange says. Some people are just a white guy in 1985. Woo! Oh, it's a great day to be a white guy in 1985. Oh, lad. Oh, you would not believe. Oh my god. Nap, read the entire beginning of the meat and spice script I typed out from memory. I spent way too long typing that. I don't see it. I didn't see it. Also, no. I'm not reading the script. Yeah, I'm good, lol. United Kingdom, ironically, it's never been so divided. Oh yeah, true. Unprecedented. In I think the last time this size, or not even this size, the largest amount of resignations to have occurred prior to this was like 9. And that occurred in like the 30s, I think. That's about it. Listen. Chat moved quick. It's moved quick a little bit today. That's all that happens. I apologize if I miss your message, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I will. Sometimes I do. But then also, I'm not just reading a script. That's not on. That's not on. Now, what TF2 character is most like you? You know, I'm gonna go with let's go with the medic. Yeah, that's the best answer there. I was thinking about it long, and the more I thought about it, I realized, yeah, a medic. Medic is clearly the one. How was your week? Oh, my week was great. It is great. I can't complain. I can't complain at all. Which one is the youngest? It's the medic. It's the medic. Listen. No, it's great. It's the medic. That's the answer. Doctor! It's the medic. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Why does he kind of look like Stephen Colbert? Like, you know what I mean? Like, have you ever looked at the medic and then been like, it kind of looks like a German Stephen Colbert? Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm insane. I don't know. Do I really not have any other stone out here? Well, good thing I have my diamond pickaxe. Sound like David from Love Island. Oh, I don't even know. Wait, I remember Love Island. Listen, I didn't watch Love Island, but you know how I know of Love Island? It's because I was just so closely following. Listen, I was so closely following the developments of the Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home movies that during that time, I was occasionally checking in to the main actor Tom Holland's his Instagram and his stories, because they'd occasionally have behind the scenes stuff, and I always found that interesting to see how they were doing stunts and the like. But then also he just posted a lot about Love Island, and I did not understand it, I'll admit, but that's where I learned most of what I knew about it from, actually, funny enough. Was most, if not all, that I know about Love Island comes from Tom Holland. Which just seems like just such an odd source. It feels like it might be a peculiar source to be learning from. Not gonna lie. You see, I could give it a go. I went. Okay, wait. 1 sec. Oh, Jeffrey, darling. No, it's something like that. It would be like that, though, right? Just receive pronunciation. Oh, Jeffrey, darling. Darling. No, that's not quite right. Jeffrey, because they roll their R. They roll it slightly. It's Jeffrey. It's not Jeffrey. Jeffrey. But wait, overall as a customer structure worker. Actually, yeah, I take it back. I'm the engineer. I'm engineer, bro. That's me. This is me. Nobody else. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Scout just doesn't make sense for me, man. I don't know why everybody said that. That just don't even make sense. He's like, yeah, no, that don't make sense at all. He's like a troublemaker, man. He's like a troublemaker. That's not me. Man, hey, man. Have you seen Doctor Who? This is important for reasons. I have, actually, yes. Not all of it. I watched, David Tennant's, Christopher Eccleston, who was 9 when it came back. I watched his like 1 season or whatever. And then I watched some of Matt Smith and some of Peter Capaldi, and then I kind of fell off midway into Peter Capaldi, I think. Yeah, I used to watch a good amount of it, actually. Like, I wasn't, like, religious about it. It was just kind of like, if it was on or whatever. Like, if it was on that day or whatever, I'd be like, oh, cool, all right. It was not really religious. Like, I watched it out of order, if that makes sense. It was reruns. It would be rerunning on the television at different times. And so that's how I consumed it, if that makes sense. But it was never like a show I sat down and watched. It would be like, if it's on, it's on. And I don't think I watched all of any given character's season. Did I put coal in? Did I just put a bunch of coal down and not put any of the stone into it? I'm gonna lose my frickin' mind. Wait, gone, but now I'm confused. Why was that important? What about that were you curious about? Why? That is such a random out of the blue question. Hey, did you watch this obscure British programming, like, when it was on? Like, I'm concerned as to what the question here was. What are you getting at? Time will tell? Is that a pun? Is that a time pun? Given the fact that it's Doctor Who, is that a pun about time? When does the accent become available? It should be up again in a little bit. It's on a slight cooldown, but and there's only 3 per stream, I think, and 2 have been claimed. I'm in 180p. Let's go. That's British money or something. Wait, do they still? Wait, who? Where's Sam or anybody British? Do you guys still use shillings? Is that like a thing? I only know because I watch Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's a shilling to dock at the like. It's a shilling to park your boat at the dock, and he just like sets a little like baggie of money on it. He gives about 2 shillings. Forget about the night. John Smith then. Yes. Oh yeah. I just presume they still use shillings. Because that's cool. I feel like someone has told me they don't though, and I'm sad about that. I'm gonna have to look for a little bit because Mr. Pink just found out that he has to stay late for work, so I'm gonna run and pick up dinner and take it to him. Oh, well that's sweet of you. Obscure, it's a classic. I mean, fair. Doctor Who isn't obscure, at least not in Britain. Okay, well, yeah, but that's like where it's from. Watching British television is like not the most common thing here. I'm not British, and yes, they do. Let's go. We use pence and pounds. Oh my god. In for a penny. How about a 6-a-bob or whatever? No, wait, isn't one called a bob or something like that? A penny farthing. Sorry, I know that. Listen, I'm sure you have a lovely. I gotta go get food in this world anyway, but so I'm gonna go do that while that cooks. But I'm sure your monetary system makes a lot of sense, but also it just sounds so fun. It just sounds not funny like, oh wow, that's weird. Fun. It sounds fun, man. That's great. That's just awesome. That's just swell. What? Sorry. I saw it and I had to say it. Originated on Tumblr. Isn't it a show from the 60s? I swear to God, it's from like the 60s. Wasn't there like black and white Doctor Who? Isn't that a thing? American shows are sped up in I mean, that makes sense. We leave a lot of dead. Listen, one thing I will say, I don't dislike Stranger Things at all. I am actually I'm a fan. I like Stranger Things. There are too many dramatic pauses. There are too many dramatic pauses, man. Wait, no, not the leather. Come on, give me the steak. It's what I want. It's all about the Mets. Go the Mets. Love the Mets, baby. Yeah. Oh man, can my computer handle this intense quality of 360p? No, not it can. Sick. Let me go get some wheat. And fools the foolish. Ah! Napoleon. I'm good. Oh, I don't need to. You scallywagon. What don't I dare? What am I not daring to do? Did I say I was gonna do something and now I'm being told not to? It got really big on Tumblr. Oh, okay. Well, see, listen, chicken. Today's not been my day. All right, Edward. Edward in the Discord today straight up was like, oh yeah, in Canada, our 3 companies got absolutely geschmeckled and like, just, yeah, nothing works anymore. And I was like, you guys got 3 companies? And he was like, yep. And I just accepted that. I genuinely just went, oh, okay. I just went, there were only 3 companies in all of Canada. I was like, no, okay, sure. But then through the conversation with my illustrious brain, I deduced, oh, wait, that makes no sense, because none of what you said was Tim Hortons, and I know that exists. And so then he had to come clean about it, Chad. He had to come clean about his ruse and inform me that even though he had literally said there are 3 companies that control and do everything. Didn't you study Canada for years? Yes, their political system. And that's how I knew he was a fraud. Because I was like, that, I feel like a full-on corporate monopoly and technocracy. I feel like that would have come up somewheres. Listen, I'm tired. All right, listen. So his ruse was foiled. Takes things so literal. Sometimes I read Edward doesn't joke a lot, man. Edward's a very literal fella. He's a very literal dude, man. He's very to the point and always, you know. That makes no sense. I just said he was very that doesn't even. Good God. All right, listen. Emotionally beaten down Dalek. How? In what you tell me, you look me in the eyes. How am I to do the accent of an emotionally beaten down Dalek? All right. What does that mean? First of all, do they have emotions outside hatred? Okay, listen. I guess. You are now an enemy of the Dalek. Exterminate. You are now an enemy of the. Oh, forget it. Oh, we're walking trash cans. Oh my God. That's the best I got, man. That is. We just got paint rollers on the front of our bodies. I got nothing. Like that's about. Would you like a British biscuit? Isn't that a cookie? A bit more throaty, I think, but pretty good. Oh! You are. All right, yeah. So if I do you are, and then you are an enemy of the Daleks. Okay, yeah, that works. I'm literally just moving my hand. I have my hand. I place it on my throat and I just move it. You know how SpongeBob laughs? Apparently that's how I've decided how Daleks work. I think it's 3. It might be 4. I've never tested. I know there is a limit, but yeah. The how. I'm too good, baby. Nobody can listen. I'm just too good at it. Life finds a way, man. Come on. Oh man, but no, you know how SpongeBob laughs? Like how the voice actor for SpongeBob does the laugh? He goes like, nah! like that. That's not a good one, but you know what I mean. Like it's the like like it's the like jiggles is jiggle. I don't jiggle. It fold. I like the way. Anyway, sorry. Got distracted. The that same trick is what I did, and I don't know if it sounded good or bad or what, but I was like, that's probably the only way I can distort my voice enough. A cookie is a sort of like medium rare biscuit. Biscuits are harder. Cookies are softer. But you guys got cookies and biscuits? What? Oh wait, no. Yes. I know what this is. I've watched the Yogscast. Biscuits for you guys are like Jaffa cakes and such, right? Or like the little, like Oreos. An Oreo would be a biscuit. And a cookie would be the baked good cookie. You know, right? I think, maybe. I did chicken. Yo, Whip King, what's up, dude? Oh man. Tiger, you didn't remind me. I reminded myself. Oh my god, Tiger, you didn't even remind me about the space question. You didn't even bring it back up about the issues of absolutely just looking yourself in the mirror every day and thinking, oh my god, the ever existing, ever unfolding expanse of space is just so wild. Tiger, when you had said that you would not want to go to space because you were like, oh no, that sounds bad. I would like to stay on Earth where I don't have to consider infinity. And I was like, oh, okay. That's actually reminds me of something. That's really interesting. I would like to talk about that, but we gotta speak to Dave in 5 minutes. Remind me, and that was 50 minutes ago. More like 47, but still. I forgore. You can't just say I forgore. It's my job. It's my job to forgore. Oh man. Ugh. Yo, KTB. How do? How you doing, pal? Oh, right, what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, what I was gonna say, Chad, have any of you ever... So, listen. This was brought on... It doesn't have to stay in the realm of, like, dark and evil. KTB also partially reminded me of it, not because KTB's dark and evil, but because, I was watching a true crime thing, all right? Which I don't normally watch. I don't like them too much. But this time I was, all right? So I was watching a true crime thing. And while doing that, I had briefly started to consider something while like the events of the video were going on, because it had better documentation than like is normal to find, kind of thing. Like a lot of like good solid first-hand evidence is recorded of what was going on. And so while those videos are being recorded, I thought about it and I was like, Pet the Mod does exist, by the way. I don't know why that didn't show up. The Pet the Mod emote for BTTV is in play, so I don't know if it's just misspelled there for you, Gred, but yeah, it does exist. I don't know why it didn't show up there, but yeah, it is enabled for this channel. It's dark and evil. Okay, but anyway, and so I was thinking about it. Do any of you ever consider like where you were when a video was taken? Like where in the world you actually were? Like what were you doing with your life when something's happening? Like if you look at a video, even if it's just like a funny video, and you're just like, it's the fun. Like, have you ever just been like, wait, what was I doing when this was going on? So was in the world, or you see someone like getting an award that you'd never hear of, or like someone like proposes or whatever the video is. You're just like, what was I doing? Was I just like brushing my teeth? Like what was going on for little old me while like around the world this dude was just getting absolutely geschmeckled? Like what happened? Like you see a video of a dude who just wipes out on a bike and it's horrible, and you're just like, man, what was going on for me at that exact moment? Like, what was old Napoleon up to, man? What was I up to? Probably something cool, like I admit. Like, it was probably some sick stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I was probably just being dope, but but still, like, I wonder. I wonder about stuff like that. Sometimes I look at the timestamps of an older video and go, wow, weird, but I never think of it. No, but see, that's the thing. Even when it's uploaded versus like a video could be uploaded that you could be like, oh, reasonably, I was probably alive when this was recorded, when like the actual recording of this occurred. So like, I don't know. I've thought about that before a lot, where I'm just like, what was I doing? Like, was I in the shower? Was I brushing my teeth? Was I like, was I out at a movie? Was I asleep? Like, what was I doing with my life while this thing was going on? Like, this clearly important event. And that's it's like a really cool idea to like just consider, I think. Because for me, that makes Earth so much smaller when you think about how little that was a thought for anybody for so long on this planet. Like, I guarantee you, a random peasant in the like Middle Ages wasn't in Visigoth territory. Like, oh, gee whiz, I wonder what the Byzantiums are doing right now. Like, that just probably didn't happen. It wasn't like, ah, geez, I hope Britonia's doing okay. Or the Franks, or who's the hammer? What's his name? The guy who like was a total Giga Chad and rode up to like Spain and with like an army and a big hammer, and he had the nickname the Hammer, and he was super cool. I mean, I say that, but he like, it's complicated history and yada yada yada, but still. Like, I feel like no one in the Middle Ages was like, what was I doing when that was going on? You know? Because the concept of that time was less capable of like translating. But now we have video evidence of things, you know? Like VHS home recorded videos and the timestamps on the screen. Oh, that! I see what you mean. I see what you mean. But yeah, even with that, where you're just like, what was I up to? Like, what was old MJ doing while this was all going down? You're like, And I think that's just a very interesting thing to consider, because I think that does put infinity on Earth, even though Tiger has brought up that infinity wouldn't, like, they like that infinity isn't on Earth. But I think it kind of does bring that sense of infinity to Earth in that interesting way of like, oh, just an inconceivable amount of things are going on all of the time. Like, just a genuinely impossible to conceive amount. Like, when you think and you stop and you're like, wow, there's 300 million people plus here in America. Like, that's so cool. Like, that's so many people. But then you just randomly like wake up one day and be like, wow, there is literally 1 billion people in India. Huh. Like what? That it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Yo, Mythic, what's up, dude? How do? Sorry, I realized that I've been shouting at you, chat. I have been preaching the good word. I'm gonna give my voice a little bit of a rest. I'm still gonna be talking, but yeah, I'm gonna try to wind it back. I've overexcited myself, chat. I've overexcited myself. Good gravy. I'm getting the bank, but missing the stream. Hey, that is more than fine. I'm so happy that you're getting the bank, dude. That is more than fine. I hope it goes well, and I hope you are enjoying doing it. Let's go. Oh my gosh. I would ask with what, but I feel like I shouldn't. But if it's okay for me to know, then what are you doing? Sounds interesting. Ooh. Ooh. Need to see if there's any more gobble. 100% Tiger. I think about that all the time. I think that is such an interesting thing to just, I lay awake thinking about that. Like, just how many people are eating Chinese food right now? Like, I mean, like American Chinese food, like, you know what I mean? Like, not good Chinese food, not like just like crappy chicken balls and stuff like that. At a clothing store. Hey, well, I mean, hopefully that's fun. Hopefully that's not awful. But like, how many people are just doing that? How many people are like playing through Minecraft? How many people are playing Minecraft for the first time right now? It's gotta be some. It's gotta be some. People are so interesting. People are adorable, man. I mean, obviously there's like this huge, like you shouldn't infantilize or take away agency from like the humanity as a species. But at the same time, it's just very, as a thing in nature, like this idea of like, oh, think of like how people prepare for like dates, or like how people prepare for like a test. Like people who have like little superstitions. They're like, oh, I gotta wear this same scarf and jacket combo to school to take this test because I wore it every time that I got a good mark, and I gotta use this specific pencil, and like all these rituals and things like that. Like that's so interesting that happens. I remember my first time thinking about Infinity was watching Justice League movie. Oh, Evil Batman was explaining how I know the movie. It was Owlman, right? It was Owlman, not Evil Bat. Like it was Owlman Batman. I think I know exactly what movie you're talking about. It's the multiverse one, right? But yeah, I was thinking about how people are like existing with their own lives, drive up north, so many small towns in the mountains, people doing stuff. Yeah, travel really does that to me as well, where I go like, oh wow, there is just like there's things going on everywhere else. Not just and just as much dramas is any life that you live. The life that you're living right now, chat, just as much as things are stressful and going on for you, and this doesn't diminish things being stressful for you in the least. It's just also cool in that like intriguing way, that like that same kind of level of not exactly equal, but like an existence of that kind of stress in life and like busyness, a level of busyness, not stress per se, but busyness in life exists for everybody, and I think that's really cool. But yeah, no, there's an infinite amount of Earth. There's an Earth where I don't know, there's an Earth where I'm all yeah, that's the easiest one. There's an Earth where I'm already like a huge streamer. There's an Earth where I never stream. There's an Earth where I jokingly said, "Ha, no way I could get canceled," and then did. Like any possibility exists, you know? Creepy story time? Not really. I don't really like creepy thing. Really? There's no cobble? Okay, I guess I'll mine some cobble real quick. I only need a little bit, but still peculiar to say the least. Man, can there be different sizes of infinity? Because between 1 and 2 there's an infinite amount of numbers, but between 1 and 0.5 there should be half the numbers. Technically no, because they're like, that's the thing, is like there is no different. Infinity's infinity. So there's the infinite amount, but going up by 1 does not make it a larger infinite amount. Infinity's infinity, I believe, is how it's been explained to me before. I mean, I'm not an expert in this subject. There are a lot of people who get a better answer out of, like, say, Pink or probably Gombar, honestly. Gombar has probably more training in anything mathematical than I would. Not that I'm saying Gombar has to. I'm saying, like, listen, you're talking to somebody who reads poems and, like, writes, like I read and write. That's what listen, you want me to analyze the subtext of, like, I don't know, what's a book? What's a book on my shelf? War and Peace? Sure, easy. Done and done. You done and dusted. You want, or yeah, Great Gatsby. You want me to do Great Gatsby? Done and dusted. Literally on stream before. You want me to explain to you the slow decline of like a nation's power? Yeah, easy. Done and dusted. Math? Nah. It's not happening. Also, yo, Jay, I'm sorry. I don't think I actually said hi or welcome when I saw your name first, and I'm so sorry about that. Hi, how goes it? People will actually shift to the multiple world thing, and personally, I think it's really cool. Ooh. But they're functionally the same. Oh, see, I think to me it was explained as like, no, there can't be a difference, but that'd be interesting if it is that there is a difference. No, there's math talk. Oh man, Pink's gonna be so pressed. There's math talk going on while Pink's not here. The one time. Oh man, get it all out now. Get it all out now before Pink gets back. Do all the math. I'm gonna turn the sub chat into a math chat in the Discord. Yup. Gonna only talk about Cad Bane, Arthur Morgan, and math. Oh god, that's a joke. That's a joke. I do remember that, yeah. I miss Mythbusters. Yeah, I like Adam Savage's YouTube channel though. It's pretty cool. It's honestly, I like it a little bit more because of how much more laid back it is to Mythbusters, if that makes sense. Also, oh man, I miss Grant Imahara. He was such a cool guy. Like, I know that like really falls short, but like, I don't know, he's just so great. For the multiverse. If there's an infinite point of time between 1 second and another second, then there could theoretically be an infinite universe identical to ours, but at a different point in the timeline. Yeah, that makes sense. Like there's a different version of the 1800s that exists somewhere. Yeah. Used to hate each other. It's so funny. I don't know if they hated each other. Based on what I don't think I've ever seen any of them say they hated each other. I mean, the guy like Jamie became a recluse, but that's not like, oh, I hate everybody else. That's just like, dude's just a recluse from everybody. Dude just doesn't do things publicly anymore. Grant Imahara and Adam Savage worked on other things afterwards. Adam Savage on his YouTube channel talked about how he was in contact with them during like COVID and stuff like that. So I don't know if they hate each other. I've seen Adam Savage TED Talks and speeches, but I don't know about his YouTube channel. It's called Tested. I don't know if I should be promoing it. He's such an inspiring approach to life, experiment and make it. Yeah, it's called Tested. He does lots of different things. He does like cosplay things, but he also does like props and shows how like practical effects work and the like, and it's really cool. What? Oh, yeah, no. Oh, not the hydrates. Not the hydrates, please. But no, I don't know. I find it very interesting to consider how much is going on in the world at any given time. And like, especially, so like where I live, like lots goes on all the time already. So it's just, it's not an inconceivable thing. It's just hard to conceive that even this isn't the biggest of things going on. Like even your local area is not the busiest place in the world. Like, but then again, where is, I guess, the busiest place in the world, you know? Like, does any one place have that title? As like, yeah, literally nowhere else is more busy than this place right now. I feel like somewhere's, like at any given point, somewhere's has to be the busiest place, but I don't know if we'll ever be able to quantify that. Like with the most going on. I guess just whichever location has the most people. What city has the most people? Somewhere in India. Yeah, I was gonna say either somewhere in India or China. Because China, like, especially because China might have like a slightly less populated city, but in that city, what do you call it? It might be like more in contact with the rest of the world. I don't know. I guess it could be Delhi. It really could. I wouldn't like, if you told me it was Delhi, I wouldn't doubt you. Tokyo could be a contender. Ooh, true. Well, I don't think Tokyo has as many people, is the thing. I was thinking Tokyo earlier because I'm thinking about how many people in Tokyo are like always going to be busy versus like because it also gets into like the elderly versus youth argument and stuff like that. Yo, X-Ray Gog, what's up, dude? Hello. We're talking about how other things are going on in the world around you, and that's confusing, weird, and interesting, if that makes sense. Just how you can be just doing things like, I'm just playing Minecraft right now for people, but somewhere else in the world, somebody else is buying their first puppy for their family, or somebody else is getting a new bed, or is deciding to pursue a new life career or something like that. It's just very interesting. What did I miss? I will just continue with the topic, Greg, don't worry. It's still a mega city. Yeah, it is, but like, I mean, Tokyo's a mega city, New York's a mega city, like Manhattan, New York. So's, actually, I don't know if it qualifies. I was gonna say the city in Canada, like Toronto's a mega city, Los Angeles is a mega city. But at the same time, I don't know if those beat out, like if a location has hundreds of thousands of people, I just feel like maybe that makes it more busy. I don't know. Yo, hello, amazing human. How are you today? I don't know about him. I mean, very kind to you, very complimentary. I'm good, man. I'm doing well. How are you? Someone in the world is being struck by lightning right now. That's true. I mean, that gets into, I don't know if you guys ever said it, like as kids, I remember this always went around. It's like someone on the playground, like I don't know, Billy or Tommy or whoever, which are just, those aren't real people, chat. That's just like random little kid names, like, you know, like Timmy or whatever. Timmy or Tommy or Billy or whoever would eventually, like somebody inevitably would come around with the, you know, every time you snap your fingers, like someone's passing on and somebody's born kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, and it's like that or whatever, and like that's not really true per se. Yo, you're a Katsue, thank you so much for 565, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Like that's not one for one true. It's not by a Billy and Tommy. Gee whiz. You caught me. I should have said Dimitri and Greg. A good old British name like Greg. Nap, stop, no! Oh yeah, I totally agree, Gompa. Like, Tokyo's definitely up there. Same with like Manhattan. My thought process with that was like how you consider busy, I guess. Is like, do we consider busy as only being business and work? Or could busy be like playing, like you might be relaxing, but you're still doing something, you know? Like you're playing video games, but you're still doing something. Which then again, Tokyo could also probably be. I wonder what city plays the most video games? Like as a stat, like, it's gotta be somewhere in like South Korea or Japan, right? Because it has the most people and gaming there is just so big. It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be like Seoul or like Tokyo or something, right? Right? It's gotta be. Lagos, Nigeria is the fastest growing city in the world, 85 people per hour. Wow, how do you measure that? Nap is a very inefficient Thanos. Oh my god. Yo, Dunjad, what's up, dude? Long time no see. Mr. Nap, how art thou on this lovely day? I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm living La Vida Loca, you know? The world looks amazing. May I ask how many hours you've spent on it? Too many. It's a hardcore world that I've had for a little over a year now. In world, it's day 1934. There's this is the main city that's slowly coming up kind of thing. And then around it, there's been lore builds. And I say lore is because the point of this world is when I started it, it's been slow going a lot because I'm still in Diamond and don't have an Elytra, etc. Because I've never been to the end or anything like that. And the reason for that is because I wanted to play through it as if I've quote never played Minecraft before and only do things as the game shows me, if that makes sense. So like, for instance, I couldn't go to the nether until I found enough rune nether portals to be able to be like, oh wow, this seems to be a thing that if you put obsidian in this shape, and I keep finding flint and steel in all the chests around it, there must be a connection, and then I could figure that out. Or like, I can't cure a zombie villager until I find an igloo basement, you know? So stuff like that. So some of it's slow going, but yeah. It's been fun. Honestly, it's been a blast. This is probably the most dedicated I've been to a world ever. And I show no signs of stopping so far. Or at least I got no plans to. Plan to go on forever. 750,000 people per year. Woof. Right now we're in pre-wither arc. We are. For almost 27 days total in hardcore. Let's go. I guess, you know what, we can. Well, so actually, probably one of the cooler builds that I've done that like is way too far away to go to. I swear to God. I swear to God, this is not just a shameless plug. All right, listen. Listen, I swear it's not. But if you go to the YouTube channel, I literally just put out a video the other day that has like, in this world, 2 builds that are in it, which is like far away from here, so I can't show you, but they're probably the 2 biggest ones I've done. And yeah, they're pretty cool. Also, still plugging the YouTube video. You know what? I take it back. It is a plug. It is a shameless plug. I'm going on my toxic arc. How dare you? I love when no one says anything, like no one's blaming me at all, and I'm still like, yeah, that's right. I just flip it around as if I'm being blamed. Shame full plug. Oh! Go check out the YouTube channel. Let's go. Bro, I'm so full of shame. Want to hear something insane? As in someone needs to see a shrink? I mean, kind of. Depending. It sounds intriguing. You've piqued my interest. No, why? I thought the toxic arc never ended. Well, you're so true, King. It hasn't. You're right. It never did. You're so correct. My good man, so correct. 8 points away from a hydrate? No, please. No, please. Oh, man. Oh, the MCC teams got announced today, didn't they? Like the final round of them? They seem pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. I'm interested to see, what's his name? Ethan's playing again from Crank Games. I'm pretty interested in that.
I got a steak sandwich today, and the steak, instead of being cut or shaved, was just a slab of steak on a bun with lettuce, tomatoes, and onions.
Excuse me? That's a hate crime. Excuse me? Are you sure it was steak and not liver? I've heard of like a liver sandwich being served that way. Bro, what? In what world was that reasonable? That's messed up. I feel like that's a hate crime. Ah! Oh my god, I thought there was like more of a drop than there was. Bill's just playing this time. Yeah, I know, right? I saw Phil's is playing, so I'm amped for that. I'm always amped to see Phil's play. I'm interested to see Ethan play again because he seemed to enjoy. I was briefly hoping that Jacksepticeye play again, just because like both him and Ethan seem to have like a lot of fun with it. It was cool to see I don't know, new faces, if that makes sense. Ah! Oh, please. I just sat and stared, confused. Not the hydrate. Oh, good gracious. Oh man, I hope the stream doesn't go down. I've had 24 errors since the start of stream. None have been critical errors, so the stream hasn't gone down briefly or needed to reestablish connection. But knock on wood, chat. Come on, knock on some wood. But yeah, I just sat and stared confused. I would too. I would rethink a lot. I feel as if I would rethink life, you know? Oh man. Actually, I was so sad. I got a sandwich the other day from like a shop. I'm never going back, man. Listen, they were lovely. The staff was nice. It was fine. It wasn't a bad sandwich. It was just, it was so dry. And I was like, excuse me? Like, you just need like something, some sauce. Like the only sauce was like cranberries. Like cranberry sauce, but it wasn't like enough. It wasn't like enough to make it like not a dry toasted sandwich, because it was like chicken, goat cheese, some spinach. That's the other thing, it was spinach, and I was like, I feel like I'd put arugula on this. I feel like arugula would have been better, or whatever. I guess, sure. Oh please, why you chose death? That's on you. But yeah, it was like spinach, and I would have chosen like arugula or something. And yeah, it was just like a lot. In like, not like a lot as in like a lot to eat, just it was very dry. And I was like, why? What is the point of this? You need like I don't know, like not a lot, but like either like a stripe of mayo, or like maybe an aioli, or like some hot sauce or something on this. Like, geez. Ooh, like some habanero sauce, that would have been good. Or like a sriracha aioli or something like that. Ooh, sriracha mayo is pretty good. But anyway, yeah, I mean, that would have clashed with the cranberries. But still, it was just like a weird sandwich. I realize I'm just explaining to you a sandwich I had at this point, and it's probably a little boring. But you gotta realize, chat, my mouth was like the Sahara. I had no drink. I was presuming the sandwich would be moist enough. I thought it would have enough give. I thought it would have some, you know, some sense to, you know, not obliterate the mouth of whoever's eating it, that I would be able to consume this sandwich and not cry. I would have had to use my own tears to try to make the friggin' sandwich moist. If your food isn't so spicy that your glasses are sliding off your sweat, it's not hot enough. So true, King, so true. They're also a hate crime. Well, see, that's the thing. It was just so dry. You know what made it a hate crime? It was $14. That's what made it a hate crime. I wouldn't have cared because I was forced. I needed a sandwich. I was so hungry, chat. You do not understand. You do not understand how hungry I was. And so I was chomp, and there was nothing, everything else was lined out, and you know, now I know why everywhere else. I took a chance. I was like, listen, maybe they don't have a line out their door because maybe they don't have a line out the door because they're like, you know, just not as busy as these other places, but I'm sure they're fine because all the other little bodega places or all the other little shops are all fine. So I was like, fine, I'll take a chance on the semi-bougie cafe, because why not? I don't know, sure, how bad can it be? And then I was in line, but the line was long enough that it curves like the way they have it. And then when I got there, once I was at the register could I actually see the prices. So I was kind of obliterated at this point. I was running late. I needed to either buy something or starve and wither away and die. Going to work and see Napoleon crying over a sandwich. Bro, you would have seen me on a bench. I would have been crying. Oh my god. Use the book. I don't think I did. I genuinely don't think I did. Are you sure you didn't just mishear how I've been saying sandwich? Like genuinely? But anyway, I don't know if you do it over there, but here in Britain, we have a game where we try to eat as many water biscuits but what is a water biscuit? And it's surprisingly difficult because it's sucks your saliva and can't swallow. I don't know what that is. That is so British. Whatever you just, somebody call Oliver. Where's Oliver, man? Oliver explains these things. Nobody has been better at explaining British things to me than Oliver. He understood. He got it. Already ping him in the Discord. Oh my god. It's a joke, by the way. You don't gotta ping anybody. You don't gotta ping. You don't gotta ping anybody. Oh my god. Bodega. Oh. Again. That's not anything, man. You're crazy. Both you and Gomba are crazy, man. No, listen. You could even Google. It is a term that is used in both Latin communities and in just New England in general, and is used up north. It's just up north in the New England curve that curves up towards Michigan area. It's all over. You know what? And other people have said it's been normal too. Other people as well. It is just you guys, and I you know, frick y'all, man. Frick y'all. I'm not happy about this, MJ. I'm not. Gomba, it's on site, man. If I ever catch you, oh my god. I mean, it was already on site because I cannot believe I am gonna, you know, you've probably given me a heart condition due to like jump scares at this point. Well, you know lame people then, man. All right. Oh my god, I live in Bermuda and nobody can prove otherwise. I live in Bermuda, the island of Bermuda, and that is it. Nowhere else. Oh my gosh. I live on Mars? Well, now you're being silly. Can't prove me wrong. Yes, I can. We've not sent any humans to Mars, you silly goose. You're being silly. That's just being silly, man. That's just being what I would call a silly goose, you know? What do you mean though? It's been redeemed constantly and I switch into it. I don't know what you mean. Minecraft floor prep, Minecraft floor, Minecraft. I can just talk like this very easily. I don't know why you think I have to talk in some other way. I can easily just talk to you just like this. And it's very simple for me, and it's natural. It's how I actually sound. You know, this is the normal. This is the normal, chat. I don't know why I don't know why you feel this would not be how I would normally talk. You're crazy. Get your hydrate out of here. How could you? You menaces.
That is a hate crime.
What do you mean it's a... What do you mean? No, it ain't. What do you... Come on. Come on. It's not a hate crime. Come on. Okay, that's what I was afraid was going to happen. I thought they wouldn't attach, and I was right. I was right. They won't attach. Oh my god. You know what? You know what? The rest of the stream is just going to be... The rest of the stream is just going to be like this. You know? If you go viral, will you remember us? Yeah, what do you mean? What? One, that's a big if, but two, yes. I don't think it's that difficult, and you can even look at... I hate it here. I'm gonna need a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. How dare you? Wait, you know what? I hate you, man. You guys are literally the worst. I don't know why you feel, oh yeah, gee whiz, look at me absolutely come stomping in. Let me spook nap. Oh, it's so funny. Oh my gosh. You know what? I might do. I wasn't gonna, but maybe I will. Maybe I will try that actually. There was a design I was gonna try. Oh my gosh. To answer the question, it depends on how long. If I have any company and I get free food, Wi-Fi, basic amenities, is longer than a few days. Intriguing. You're right, it's very funny. It's not funny. How could you? What happened to, oh, we love streamer? Oh my god. I can't believe it, man. Yo, Blum, what's up, dude? Hello, friends. Haven't been here in a while. Yeah, man. No problems with that, though. Welcome back, dude. I'm glad to have you. It's been so long. I can only stay for a short while. What up? Hey, nothing much, man. We're working on the docks of the city right now. That's like the main thing we're working on. And also, I'm informing the chat that they are on thin ice. Very thin. Very icy. And not in a good way. I wonder, that might be cool. I wonder how this will look. And then I'm gonna go, right, then it's, yes, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, wow, look at us. We're so funny today, man. Oh my god, I didn't even see the hydrates. Oh my god. Not you too! I'm trying to drink water! Oh my god.
You're not hydrated enough unless you've been waterboarding.
Oh god, but why? Oh, sweet Jesus, man. Oh god, we're gonna drown in game too, Jesus. Oh my gosh. So many hydrates. I know, man. It's Jesus. I'm so glad I came across this stream. Hey, I'm happy that you're having fun, dude. I just love Smagers. Oh man, what was he up to? He does Empire SMP, I think, when he's not doing. Get obliterated, nerds! Drown, you fools! Oh, they thought they were slick. They thought they were slick with it. No, but seriously, that's great to hear, man. I really enjoy actually getting to like talk back and forth. The back and forth with chat is really fun. I don't know how big streamers do it with like the chat that just rams by real quick. It blows my mind.
I could hit 100,000 bits those stream and stay where.
Oh my god. But no, oh man, what was oh my god, I left the thing up. What was Scott's Major up to today? I know he does Empire SMP and he does the MCC stuff, and I think there's another SMP he's on. I'm not terribly familiar with him, much to my own detriment, I'm sure. But yeah. Now you can drink the ocean. Okay. Et tu, zombie? Et tu, zombie? Et tu? Oh my god. Mans took hydrate very seriously, tragically drowned. Okay. Good lord. Oh, what's up? Losers. L's all around for all of them. We'll find out if I hate this. I don't hate that. That edge there. But I don't know if I will hate it here, you know? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're trying things. We're trying things, you know? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was Empire Season 2 tonight, but this is a nice and welcome change of pace. Hey, well, I'm glad to hear that, man. I hope you're having fun. I hope it's all a good time. Do not listen to this chat, though. I swear to you. They're filthy degenerates. A lot of them. They will lie to you. They will corrupt you, and I will cry. Oh my god. I know if no, it wasn't any of those. Well, yes, no, it was. It was the Origins. That's the other one I think he's on, right? I think so. Listen, I know him. I know other big Minecraft streamers like almost exclusively through what they do with Phil's of Minecraft, and that's that's how I know people. Oh man. That and like that and like that, and we'll take those and take those. That 3. All right, 6. Let's keep going. I think I do like it. I think I like it. The like the general look of having the little top block, you know, and the little indent from the whatchamacallit, from the wall piece. I have it open. I just haven't watched it. So chat, I'm what some might call a filthy gremlin, because so at any given moment I have at least probably like somewhere between 15 and 30 tabs open on any given browser. But then I also tend to have 3 browsers or more open. Like I usually have 3 to 4 windows, and in each window is somewhere between like 15 and 30 tabs. And that is just my existence. So somewheres in one of them is the Phil's of Minecraft Anthony Padilla interview, and I plan to watch it at some point. When I will get to that, I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, same on the tabs and browsers. It's honestly ridiculous.
I don't, man, I get yelled at. My friend, he's a programmer. He's like, you are killing your RAM. And I was like, listen, you gotta realize I will get back to it someday, man. Okay. Also, a lot of it has to do with school. So like one is typically for like one paper, and in that is like so many tabs of different other like papers and researches and stuff like that. One is purely what's like taking my and sometimes you go down like a rabbit hole. You're like, oh, gee willikers, I would really like to know about, I don't know, the Girodonists in France in the 1790s. And then you like look into it, and then you start opening the other tabs in Wikipedia, and then you find a YouTube video, and then you open more YouTube videos like it because you're like, I will surely be more into this. And then sometimes the next day you open up all of that and you go ugh, and then you just close it because you are just disgusted with it. But other days you do eventually get back to it. You get through your backlog, you know. Who doesn't close their tab? No, never close tabs. I don't close tabs. If I'm on a tab, that tab will almost always be open. It'll just, once I'm through something on a tab, I'll set it to something new and then go to another older tab and then do that.
NAFTIS had probably been established, but ADHD?
What about it? This has been established, but... Like that it exists? Yeah, I'm aware. I think some people in chat have it. I have one window open and I will always clear my tabs before closing my computer. Otherwise, I'll cry. Not really, but you know, my computer shuts down the night before a stream, and that is it. And that's only because I think that has been helping it to not cack out. Do you have? Oh, I don't know. Not a clue. No, it's not in this chest. I thought they were like, hey, yeah or nay, this thing exists or no. Yo, cough syrup dudes, what's up, man? Also, man, Blom, we are so different. Oh my god, I don't think I ever close windows ever. Like it is like only if the whole computer is shutting down are those things closing, and they're being closed all at once, not individual tabs, and only so when it starts back up I can immediately open it back up again. Oh my gosh. Pretty good. Hey, I'm glad to hear it, dude. Hope all's been well. Hope life's been treating you well. Oh man, the rain's gonna make this difficult, and it's gonna be difficult to sleep here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Restore tab on Chrome is my best friend. I know, right? Oh my god, it's so great. I love that. I love the restore. When they added that feature, I was like, bless up, all right? You know what? I don't care if you're stealing all the information. God bless. I was like, you know what? Sell it. what's privacy? You think, oh my god. Okay, listen, I don't know how many of you, oh wait, can I even talk about this subject? Okay, I'm gonna tiptoe very carefully. I do not know how many of you may or may not have existed in a time before a certain event occurred in the early 2000s. I may or may not have been before and or after, but all I will say is well, no, because that gives it away. Anyway, I don't remember a world for reasons that exist. I have no concept of a world before a certain major event for reasons. But anyway, that's as much as I'm going into that. But because of that, I have a very different outlook on society and like privacy, I think, than like, I don't know, my parents or like other older people, and it's very wild. But yeah. Anyway, I'm 1003 is all I'm gonna say. So like, but it's scary when you open the computer and boom, million tabs, also distracted and confusing. No, I love it. I love it. I get lost instantly into them. It's all I want, because I turn on my computer to do that, or I get lost into the research. I find it easy to pick back up what my train of thought that I had been on, because I'm like, right, and that led me to this tab, and then that tab, that tab. Okay, good, I'm back. And that gets me back into the swing of my research. Oh yeah, also true. When the restore tab doesn't work, bane of my existence. Did I not make any more of them? I thought I did. Let me land on this little bed here. Woo! Confused? Awesome. That's what we aim for here on the Napoleon the 7th channel. I aim to just confuse everybody. It's honestly, it's kind of the brand. Nap, your idea of productivity, getting distracted enough to get back to what you were originally meant to do? No? I don't think so. No, I kind of just like sit down, do things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just like, you know, find a time. Like that's all. I just find a time that I'm like, this will be the time that I work on this. Yo, Toasty Ghost. Also, I just like bang things. I don't know, like sometimes, like for say a paper, like I'll just not work on the paper for a long time, and then I'll slam out like 4 pages. You know? So I don't know. I'd like. It's not that it's not that I'm ever distracted. I just like I'll like get home and be like, right, today's paper night, and then I'll like slam out the part of the paper that I need to get out. You know? But hello, Toasty Ghost, how goes it? Bow. I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. I mean, I could genuinely just like no, that's gonna look stupid, right? Well, not terrible, but not good, you know? Better. Okay, maybe that's just me. The tabs thing remind me of that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll find times to. It depends on what I'm doing. Like, oh my god, I can't. Well, no, I can't explain that. That part's that part's. So for me, writing and work and stuff like that, which is most of my writing or most of my work at this point, is very based in idea. which is why, and it's oh man, it frustrates the absolute heck out of a friend of mine because they're in STEM, which is so difficult, and I do not envy them in the slightest. But the thing is, like, they will be, I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a business student, I'm not like free always, no offense if you're in business, but genuinely homework for me can be like, yeah, I have to work on this Minecraft build because I need to think through, like, I don't know I don't know what I think that I think, you know? That makes no sense. Okay, so for example, like, in writing my, like, offense taken, well, there we go. Always gotta offend somebody. Gee whiz. No, there's good in every degree, you know? Sure, I'll do that for now. But yeah, what I was gonna say though was, let's back to this part. So when I wrote, part of my work, and it was for, comparing like Olympe de Gouges to Madame Roland, and like Madame Roland's husband, and the Giordanists and stuff like that, and getting all into that, etc, etc. In doing that, I kind of had to explore what I thought about what each revolutionary's ideas were. Like, you know, like, you can't say anything till you know what you think about it. I'm joking. Oh. I mean, I kind of thought you were, but then I was like, better not play into it if it's not really a joke. Like, on the off chance that I was like, L plus ratio, and then you're just like, no, I'm dead serious. My father was a business. My father was a business. He himself, people went in every day. They bought new goods. He worked hard, built himself up, even got a new bell for his door. I'm from a long line of businesses. I don't know why I'm personifying businesses now, but you know, I guess that's where we're at. We're at that point in the stream. Exactly. Yeah, my father was a business. And drums are, ooh. Pog. But yeah, like, my point with that though is just that I don't know what I think that I think. So sometimes what I'm doing, it could be seen, say for instance, by my like STEM friend as literal dragging my feet, not getting my work done. But then at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but I don't have anything to say right now. I don't know what I think on the subject matter. I need to ruminate. Which, you know, maybe I do my best thinking while also playing Smite, or, you know, going to Wing Night. You know? These stuff is super chill and nice, and listen to them reminiscing. Aw, see, stuff like that. Aw, stuff like that's sweet. Cause yeah, I don't know, stuff like that's always very sweet, where you get to see people like relive their past. It was wild the other day. Okay, this is gonna sound probably weird. The other day, okay, I say the other day, it was literal weeks ago. But the other day, I was going around, ruminate's a good word. I agree. Welcome back, Desky. I don't know, man. My mom was a business, so I feel offended by this. Oh, English history nerd. You read the Legend of Sleepy Hollow? Oh, with like, I have, yes, yeah, with the Headless Horseman and stuff like that, and Dr. Crane. I don't even know if he's a doctor. Barnaby Crane, is that what his name was? Is that his name? Or am I just, is that only in the Disney one? No, I feel that was in the original as well. But yeah, with like the little wooden bridge and everything like that. They were in the hardest major ever doing this, like, bro, come on. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I'm sure there's difficult aspects. Like, for instance, I've helped my friend who's in business write some of their work as well. Or not, I didn't help them write it. I reviewed it for them for like grammar and stuff like that, because if you do English, you just become that friend. And like, I never told them what to write, but it was very interesting that I'd be like, oh, you should probably change this to this. And then they'd be like, no, I can't. And they'd be like, what? And they'd be like, I can't use that writing style. Like, I can't write it like that because it's too flowery of language. And it was like, not even that, like, it wasn't flowery language at all. It's just like not what they wanted. Which type of English do you like, lit or lang? I mostly study literature, but I find the language itself to be very interesting as well. But I mostly study literature and specifically have a background in British literature. Actually, I am like I don't think I'll take them, but because they require just too much extra additional work. But I'm like 2 courses away from what could that I could upgrade to get like what do you call it, a minor in British studies apparently. And I was like, okay, because well, one of the major parts of that is oh no, that's I can't say that one. Yeah, no, I can't say that. Never mind. There was a project I worked on that I can't talk about. But anyway, that project required a lot of work and would have given me a chance to potentially get a minor as well, like a second minor in British studies. And then I also almost have a minor in film, weirdly enough. Because yeah, it was the thing that I can say about it is I was part of a group that was working with groups from Northern Ireland because it was for political science. It was peace and conflict studies, and that partially translated in other aspects. Yeah. Yeah, IRL, the wooden bridge is part of the main road. Oh, we drove over. Yo! Dad and I were yo! Oh my god. Please tell me for Halloween you've gone as either the Headless Horseman or Crane. Ichabod, not Barnaby. Ichabod. Please tell me you've gone as Ichabod Crane. Cool, I'm British, starting college doing business drama, English lit. Ooh! Any particular genre of English lit? Like for me, I have a bunch of poetry studies from like 20th century UK actually. So I'm looking at the book right now. I also had to study what's his name? He did the book Remains of the Day. Ishikago Tomoe, I think is his name. That's not Takamura, I think. I'm blanking on the author's name, but anyway, it won like a Nobel Prize. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things about the United Kingdom that's resulted in me like studying them off and on again. Here in Sleepy Hollow and stuff in mod chat, but I haven't lived here since I was a baby, so it's fun to see things. We visited Arthur's house, but the tour was for another hour. Oof. I did see that in sub chat. I did actually. I didn't comment on it. I forget why. I think it was between places. But anyway, yeah, no, it sounded super cool. It sounds like you've been having a blast, dude. Like genuinely, like it just sounds like you've been having a really fun time. Nope, that's not quite right. Yo, Alexandra B, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Here's a B. Do you mind? If it wouldn't ruin the dock, I'd have a mind to just go like slam some lava down there. See, I kind of like this. Okay. I kind of like this because of what it sort of reminds me of, but anyway. I prefer poetry. Ooh. Any Graham Greene? That's what I'm currently reading through. Studies, however, I detest Shakespeare. Oh, well, L plus ratio. I freaking love Shakespeare. Oh man, I've actually done so much Shakespeare. I was in a production of The Tempest like a year ago. Shakespeare's wild. I love Shakespeare. There's so many great things about, like, one of my favorite things from Shakespeare ever is still, it's from Hamlet. It's it's from the play within a play, and then Hamlet turns to the queen, so like, what do you think of the lady's performance? And then his mother says, methinks she doth protest too much. And I always have loved that. I think it's such a great encapsulating line. For those that don't know what that kind of means, it effectively just means like, methinks she doth protest too much is implying that like what's going on in the play where the lady playing a version of a queen who's crying and like, oh no, my husband, and this is so awful, is it's the idea that we talk very negatively about things that we ourselves actually enjoy or that we ourselves actually do. It's the idea of like projection. It's an early concept of the idea of projecting onto things. Yo, nah, what's up, dude? Oh man, it's nice. We haven't done anything, but it's been nice to see everything and hear stories. You can see NYC down the Hudson from basically anywhere. Oh, that'd be cool. I would love to get to experience visiting. You know, I'd love to get to visit. It'd be great. That sounds really fun. I would love that. You know? I've never visited, so yeah, that sounds really cool. But no, I mean that bridge and everything like that genuinely sounds like really fun. That sounds like neat. I love that idea. We mainly do war poetry, so Wilfred Owen, people like that, and I do like the Scottish play. However, others like Romeo and Juliet or so forth. Okay, yeah. In fairness, I'm not like the biggest fan of his comedies, and yeah, Romeo and Juliet's a little overdone. But like, I don't know. I think the Scottish play is great. I think Much Ado About Nothing's pretty good. It's not my favorite, but it's probably one of the only comedies I like. Midsummer's Night Dream's really good. The Tempest is great. I don't know. It's just there's so much great. There's just so much great. I guess I gotta chop this bad boy down now. Ooh, and they just drove it and ignored all the security. I don't know how he didn't get caught. Honestly, if you pretend you belong somewheres, especially like for them, they had like you with them, so like honestly, security would probably just presume you were going there and like they were like dropping you off or like taking you there for like orientation or something, or like a summer semester was started or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, but honestly, if you just pretend you belong places, you can get away with a lot. I'm not saying you should per se do this. I'm just saying you realistically you get away with so much so easily. Why? I didn't want to do that to you. You made me do that to you. But no, seriously, like if you just act like you're meant to be somewheres, oh, do they let you get away with it? Oh, they're like, oh, yo, I can let this dude just into this place? Which I've talked about before on stream. I have too many stories, many I just cannot talk about on stream, of just absolutely going in places, man. Where it's like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna stroll on in here with some confidence, and I'm sure it'll go fine. Also, side note, just because I thought about it with Edward again, kind of hilarious, because I looked into it afterward, kind of hilarious that Canada just got like a whole country just got absolutely obliterated in terms of their technical capabilities out of nowhere. Like some employee probably hit the wrong button, man. Like just hit the wrong thing, and oh, has it gone bad? Bro, my campus is closed campus, and legit, I've gotten let on without an ID so much. Oh yeah, 100%. You can get into res without an ID. Like, you don't sneak into res, but like, unless residence workers are like warned, like, oh, this person's coming and they're like stalking me and they might try to get in, they won't do it. And even then, sometimes it's, well, you know. Go to sleep now. Have a great night, day, morning, chat. Bye, Nap. Bye, Blom. I hope you have a wonderful night, dude, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Have a good sleep, dude. Or have a great weekend, I should say. Oh my God, it's Friday. I totally forgot that it was Friday, man. Oh my God. The week flew by in some ways. Dragged on in others, but still flew by in some. There's no one in the security booth or anything. Oh, Mans was about to rob us of a one-up man, but not knowing it was Friday. Yes. Oh. Who's gonna? Oh. Who's gonna tell him? Yes. I know, right? Oh, speaking of, you know what? I started playing Outer Worlds this week, by the way, because I just picked it up on like Steam sale or whatever. Do we not do that anymore? Not really. And it just kind of like died off, and then kind of got semi-retired. I was talking about this the other week. Yeah, I sort of just retired it quietly because it kind of like went away for a few weeks, and I was like, oh, I guess nobody really missed it that much. And then I was like, yeah, I guess if like it didn't seem anybody really missed it that much, then I was like, yeah, sure, I'll retire it. And then like beyond that, it just kind of became what do you call it? Like in hindsight, when I was reviewing, fair, but MJ seems saddened. I mean, yeah, that too, but also. And again, I don't mean to make it about the like, but like the thing is, if I ever reviewed stats or anything like that for Friday streams, the minute that started, the minute that started, it always had a drop in viewers. I was like, oh, okay, it's probably just not enjoyed, and I was like, fair, or not enjoyed widely. Like there was some who enjoyed it, but not everybody. And so because of that, I was like, yeah, well, you know what, fair enough. I'm not saying never gonna come back, but. Currently, it's now an early Nap Stan exclusive. Oh my God, so many Nap Stans, bro. When are you all gonna start arguing with people on Twitter? That's a joke. That's a joke. Please don't. Please. Oh my God. I've honestly, as a total sidebar, I've had it so good as like a streamer, like getting started and stuff like that. This is like one really great community that's come out, which is all on you guys. Like awesome that you guys are so chill and cool and like you guys are genuinely just nice to stream to. It's just great. But even beyond that, like I've had one instance I think of being follow botted. That was it. Like that, like one hate raid I think is what happened, and that was like it. And that's rare, man. That's like not common. I was here in the 1-up age. Oh man. Come on, chat, we just gotta stick it through. We just gotta get to plus 5 years of this world and then die. And then the news will do a report on me like they did for Phil's, I swear. That's a joke. That's a joke. Philza has worked hard. Not that I feel like that just diminished and I don't want it to. Oh man. Web. Exactly, Toasty. Exactly. It just comes into my brain, man. Same with on occasion. I'll still just be like, I'll still just hear the like, and then I'll just like have that going on. Oh, but mostly, as of late, mostly it's just been the like, the Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up. I don't like it. Oh my god. Oh, and also the other thing that's been stuck in my head has been the Bo Burnham, the like, how is the best possible Joe Biden? Like, I don't know. That has also just been stuck in my head. Same that. See, I like, yeah, not you too. Listen, no one's immune, man. No one's immune. It was too well made. It was too good. Uh, 1985. Yeah, that's another one. It's just so catchy. It's the like for me. It's the like, how is the best possible option, Joe Biden? Joe. They're really gonna make me vote for Joe Biden. And I was like, oh my god. I can understand why he didn't put that on, like the original, like why it was a cut one. Same with the what's the one, like everyone's a feminist until there is a spider around 5 years. Like that, I can understand why that one was also cut. That one was more like for artistic reasons, I think, because it just didn't fit. Like realistically, like if you think of the theme of that show, it was effectively just about loneliness and about isolation. So if you introduced a whole song about having a significant other, it kind of undermines that point. So yeah, I can understand totally why that was a cut sort of song. It was very good. It was very good. And you gotta realize, you're like, dang, these were the cut ones. Some talent. They were too hype as well. Yeah, and I mean the Joe Biden one I'm sure was cut. Haven't watched the outtakes. Yeah, no, the feminist one, that's from an outtake from a song called 5 Years, which is about his 5-year anniversary with his girlfriend. But yeah, and the Joe Biden one I'm pretty sure was cut just because like it would have been taken the wrong way. Like sure, lots of people are smart enough to be able to take it like, oh yeah, no, it's not that he wanted the alternative. It was that like, really, this is all we got. But anyway, I digress. I don't really want to get into that. But yeah, so I can understand why some of them were taken out, even if they were really good. Also, there is something to be said about being, you know, concise with your art to a degree. You know, James Cameron, you could take some notes. I understand his point. Okay, so for those that don't know, James Cameron is talking about like his new Avatar movie, and he's like, yeah, like it's gonna be, I don't know, like I think he said it's gonna be something like 4+ hours. Like it's gonna be long. It's gonna be a long movie. He's like, yeah, no, it's gonna be long. Like, but you know, you can go take a washroom break midway through and stuff like that. Like you don't gotta worry about that. Like it's fine. And his point was like, there's people who will binge 8 hours of Stranger Things in one go. So like, how is this different or whatever? Gonna burn out on Bo Burnham? Yeah, fair enough. I haven't really watched any of them per se, as much as I got them from TikTok. Like TikTok playing them over and over, like TikTok played them over and over again. And so then I knew them that way. And then other than that though, like I didn't really like seek them out. And then I've occasionally checked them out 1 or 2 since, but I've not like watched them full on. Other than I think the 5 Years, that one I properly watched, I think. Just because I was like, what is this? Yeah, Bo Burnham's one of those like comedians where I think it's like timing is really important. Like you got to be in a certain headspace, I think. Also, I don't care what, not that I don't care what you guys think I do, but also I'm just gonna express my opinion on this for a quick second. It's just like, listen, his special was good if you never thought critically about the state of the world ever at all once prior to watching that. Like, yeah, oh wow, it's so revolutionary. Planet's heating up. Things aren't happening. Existentialism. But it was also performative, which is meant to be. It was meant to be a comedy act. So, I don't know. I think it got given more credence than it deserved. As like wow, this is so revolutionary. No one's ever said these things before. I'm like, no, it's actually been said by a lot of people many times. But okay, pop off, I guess. Like, this is not news to anyone. Anyone who has paid attention. So cool, I guess. But hot take, yeah. I had some hot takes on Inside. I didn't think it was revolutionary. People acted like it was just kind of the prince, I guess. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, to its credit, I think, because that's kind of where I'm at. To its credit, I think it was revolutionary to people who had never stopped and thought. The people who had just had blinders on. But also, why did you have blinders on? Like, not the first person. He's not the first person to say it. And also, one of the issues is it you know what? This sounds weird. It reminds me a lot of Rick and Morty. In the sense, okay, how do I phrase this? On content, I just think it was good in hitting my dark humor. Oh yeah, no, Goblin, there was some people like, and that's the thing. Totally fine to enjoy it. Absolutely, fill your boots, man. Like, this song's really good. There's a lot that can be done with those songs. They're catchy. They're well made. They're well. I don't even think Bo Burnham thought he was being. I don't even think he thought he was being revolutionary. But there is a lot of discourse that occurred at the time of it coming out, as though this was like, no one had ever said this. This is so crazy. Like, wow, he finally put it into words. And it's like, well, I mean, yes. I guess it's the same as people who are surprised this goes, yeah, 100%. Like, it's like, you saw that, if you paid attention, you saw that coming. This should not have been like news. This should have been like, yes, that they moved their pawn to C3, and I knew that was gonna happen because we're at that point in the chess game. It's not good. It's not a good move, and it should not make you happy, but it's awful. But it makes sense, like, you're just like, oh yes, of course, that was gonna happen. Ooh, are those? Oh, I thought there was leads here. What do you got? Nothing? Useless? Pfft, Elliot. But yeah, so what I was gonna say though, when I was saying with Rick and Morty, like, the comparison to that is not that the humor is necessarily the exact same. It's just very performative in how it's falsely intellectual, in the sense that it's like offering a bunch of like again, and there's nothing wrong per se with not knowing things. Not knowing things, nobody knows everything. Don't feel silly or dumb for not knowing things. But the point is that like for Rick and Morty, it'll point out these like contrivances in society and the like, and be like, yeah, and then offer no solution. So it's just, and there's some element that's good of just pointing out a problem, but to a certain degree, if you're offering nothing better, and not just nothing better, you're just also genuinely like continuing to produce like you're continuing to produce the same kind of thing over and over and over and over again. It just kind of gets like, okay, this is false, because they're acting like they're doing something by pointing it out. You know what I mean? Or intentionally. I agree. Also, I'm glad you're still here, Desky. It's very much the like, no one was gonna say it, so I had to. And I'm like, I mean, A lot of people have said it actually, so don't know about that one, but sure. But anyway, and those are just my thoughts. And also, don't let that, if you really enjoy the song, like I still enjoy some of the songs from it. That doesn't like, and I think they have good, like some have good messages, or like if that's what it took to spur some people to motion, great. To the people who were talking about how robbed he was, listen, and this is gonna sound bad because like obviously you guys know that I like Hamilton. For the people who in the time were like, oh, it got robbed at, I think it was the Emmys or whatever, because Hamilton won best whatever streaming, like Hamilton beat it out in its category for whatever it was at the time, soundtrack maybe, like original score. That's what it was, score. It was like original album to come out of a show, and Hamilton beat it. And I was like, listen, one is a like gilded Broadway, like probably changed the face of theater forever, and like whether that's good or not, I don't care. Like it doesn't make Hamilton the end all be all either, but my point being, people were too into it. I was like, listen, calm down. And that song slaps to this day. Oh, 100%, everything everywhere all at once. That, you know what I will say for that? Like some of it was good. That song, I think, really put into perspective for especially the older generation what it was probably like to be raised on the internet. Of how, oh, this is very odd and is not what we did at all, and it probably will have effect, you know? I returned. Yeah, Pink, we were talking about a lot of math while you were gone, actually. I mean, we're way past it now, but you know, we were talking about a lot of math, and we were all talking about how like, oh, gee whiz, Pink's not here for the math. I thought the same about Rent and 90/30. I like how people compared them. I think I understand what you mean, Keo, but elaborate. Like, do you mean people who are comparing like Tick Tick Boom with like Rent? And we're like, oh, these are the same, or whatever? Is that what I'm understanding? I'm trying to. No, I'm sad I missed it. Well, I mean, Mega L, I guess. I hope it was fun with what you were doing though. It wasn't too in depth. You didn't miss too much. It was just like oh yeah. I just remember thinking about it. I was like, wow, really? When Pink's here, we're talking about math? Wild. So I've gotten onto such a heavy topic at this point. I feel like I feel like I've moved us onto such like heavy topics. I'm bouncing around waiting for the like stuff to finish up there. You know how parents say back in my day when what am I meant to tell me? Back in my day, I sat down in the chair and did the productive. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. Productivity's hard to define. I think what one person can call productive is not what is previously decided as productive. And also, every generation hates every generation. You got to realize there is on record in history people who talked about kids today not learning how to scribe onto stone tablet. Now they all use parchment, and they're gonna be sissies because of it. That's literal, like slightly paraphrased quotes. Or, you know, they're not learning parchment, or oh, they have the printing press now. It's so like stuff like that. So that's always gonna be the debate. There's always gonna be a generation like that. Also, internet randos are so wild, man. That's why I love, again, like I know it sounds weird. That's why I love hate comments that I get, because they're so funny. I'm like, why do you care? Oh man. Or the people who just like, oh man, the people who just will not let, like I saw someone who was like, yeah, I'm so excited for, this is one of the few times I actually bothered to like go in on someone, and they ended up deleting their comments, so I kind of feel bad. I really kind of do. I shouldn't be proud of praising it. It's not good. All right, chat, be nice to people. Be nice. All right, listen, be nice. But also, someone was talking about how excited they were for Legends and it looked so cool and they were excited to get it. And then I went to their page, chat. They were like 40. Yo, SpongeBob, it's a kid 99. Thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. How you doing? Listen, like, be nice to people, but they were like 40. I went to their homepage. They were like 40. They had like 2 videos. And they went in on this like kid. And clearly like had stalked that kid's profile as well. And it was weird. It was weird and creepy. And they were like putting them down for liking things. And I was like, oh, anyway, I think I must have taken them to task enough that they like deleted their comment, or maybe it's just because they're like, oh, I have to like create a responded tag on this or whatever, and like that caused other people to jump in, because I don't know, that happens sometimes on TikTok. Not anywhere else. Nowhere else do I have the clout to have other people jump in, but like on TikTok people are like, I gotta back up my boy. I took drama and we had a massive discussion on how 3090 should be held in the same light as Rent, because without it, Rent would have never existed and been the phenomenon that it was. It doesn't make it good, it just makes it necessary stepping stone, kind of, I don't know. Oh no, I know what you mean then. Yeah, okay, I understand what you mean. Like how it doesn't necessarily make it good, but it can be an important stepping stone. And that's the thing, I think Tick Tick Boom is better than 3090. I know they're like the same thing. They're basically like I think the songs that are explored in Tick Tick Boom and stuff like that, which is like the first kind of show that then gets remade into this movie, like the movie Lin-Manuel Miranda's version of Tick Tick Boom is very different, but I think it's a better version than what was originally made because it's made in hindsight, you know? Please hurry up. Please. Oh, what a great song. Great little song. Like a year later, I got a message from a different rando who was like, I don't think it was warranted them getting so mad as you. I agree with you. And I was like, thanks. You a real one. I mean, just because they're deleted their comment doesn't mean you were out of line. Some people just can't handle being held accountable for picking on kids. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I try to avoid. I can get heated at a lot of comments I get. If I responded to every comment of like needless, senseless, silly hate or whatever towards like Mojang or like a company or whatever, Minecraft, or like people just dunking on the devs for no reason, and not in like a constructive way, I'd be at it all the time. So I feel bad for singling one person out of like, I think it was like 2,000 comments on the video. I was like, well, probably shouldn't have. Do you know how many times I've seen homophobic, transphobic person saying agreement and stuff, and then looted their page and they're following a preacher? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, is this new? Oh man. No, yeah. The right slash, again, I should not be getting into this, but I'm not like, yeah, it's not. I say that, but also I don't care. Like, listen, it is not at all a misunderstanding that it is projection of everything said from that side of politics is a projection of what they themselves do. That's what it is. And that's why they're so confused as to why, like they'll say, no, this is what the left is doing, because it's what they would do if they were trying to push their agenda, you know, etc. Anyway, I'm off the topic. What do you think about the new report feature? I mean, currently it doesn't affect me, but also I think it's currently a bit messy, but also like it's in its early days. I think it's a good idea that needs more work. Anymore, I know Bethesda isn't as good as Mojang, and they really they just comment under follow and everything. Oh yeah, 100%. I can't read any comments under anything that's like official anymore. I don't think anybody can be pleased. People are you can get into the psychology of society today a lot, but like, I think it's really important to realize people just can't be happy today with anything ever. It like, and I don't know how to get into that, but anyway, people think we don't know how to see their page. Oh, 100%. They think they're anonymous. The amount of people that think 60 awful learning. Yes, 100%. Walk on with the girl. Yeah, 100%. Do you have any thoughts on the new censoring in every Minecraft server with no options to opt out for servers that are 18 plus or anarchy and stuff like that? Yeah, again, yeah. So my thoughts on that are like, I understand, because Minecraft has been largely lawless in a way that almost no other video game is for that kind of thing. Again, but Minecraft is so different from every other video game. No other video game lets you choose what version to stay in. Like, you can't be like, yeah, I'm playing Battlefield patch 1.13. Like, you can choose not to update, but you can't choose go back and specifically undo versions for every video game ever. Like, you know? I ain't gotta go by. Sure thing, Levy. I hope you have a great weekend then, dude. Bye. Like server names? No, Pink, what it is it's like censorship in like text to chats, like this kind of stuff, etc. And also, like, you can be banned from your Minecraft account. What is the report feature? It's a new feature currently only in Bedrock, I believe. That's effectively it's like any video game that exists, where, like, you know, what you say can get you banned now. And then you could have a ban that means, like, you can't access Minecraft for a little bit. I don't like that. I mean, fair, but like, again, like, it's just applying rules to a universe that used to not have them, but everyone else does. If you went into an Overwatch server and said some just awful things, and like, you don't have to rely on mods just being on, unpaid moderators of a server typically, you know what I mean? It can just automate and be like, oh yeah, we detected X kind of language, etc, etc, etc. The problem is it doesn't always, it's very scuffed right now. It doesn't always detect right, and so they need to do a lot of work on it. That's one of the major problems right now. Why'd I make spruce fence? I hate it here, man. I don't need spruce fence. Ugh. What do I need, actually? People always want others have, but they don't want. There always be someone with something that you want. Therefore, you'll never be happy. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, that makes sense, but yeah, no, my point was just like with video game in general, or like movies or television or media, etc. Like, everybody wants 1,000,003 things and just can't accept that, you know, not everything can be made to please everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's sorry. Yeah, I misspoke somewhat. I was just rereading what was being said. But yeah, I misspoke. It doesn't auto ban, but the reporting feature exists. It's Minecraft, and people will report en masse for random things easily. And it's very sensitive as a feature right now. So it will currently ban lots of people for nothing, because it's all automated. In the same way that lots of things are automated, because I guess the same issue exists in YouTube, you know? Not for like getting banned for that, but like, you know, YouTube algorithm stuff like that. It's all kind of wacky. We're just in a wacky time for that kind of stuff. This gives me a real Gravity Falls vibe. This song, I don't know why, but it just does. Nothing particular about it. I guess kind of that like sort of mysterious push forward it gives. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. From any sort of multiplayer. Yeah. I mean, you could say that's not a ban. I would say it is, but whatever. Like if you only bought Minecraft to play Bed Wars, that's a ban. Lots of people don't. Lots of people never play survival Minecraft, or single player, I should say. No, I'm still working on Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I agree. Do that, then Gravity Falls. Oh, speaking of Pink, what I was talking about earlier was also you missed. Oh man, Pink, you missed all the Pink talk. You missed Cad Bane. You missed Math. Oh my gosh. Devastating. Oh, you know what I was also going to talk about? How many show of hands? How many of y'all actually like play strategy games at all? If any, you guys might not, but like, how many of you play a lot of like strategy games or any strategy games? And that could be like something like Civ, or that could be something like Total War or Age of Empires or Crusader Kings, etc., etc., etc. Because I was wondering, like, what your opinion, for those that know, between things like, say, Crusader Kings, or like that kind of like Paradox Studios, like their style for, like their style versus Sid Meier's style versus, what's the word I'm looking for? Creative Assembly in terms of strategy games. You know what I mean? Can you name strategy games? Yeah, so Crusader Kings, Civilizations, Stellaris, Rome Total War, any game that's a Total War game, Company of Heroes, Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, etc., etc. I play this tiny indie title called Polytopia that reminds you of games like that, but the servers are dead, so it's always a single player. Interesting. I play some Balloon Tower. See, but that's more of like a tower defense game rather than like a strategy. Like, sorry, when I say strategy, I mean like RTS, like real-time strategy kind of thing, which is like the specific genre, not just a game that like takes strategy. Because don't get me wrong, Balloon Tower Defense takes strategy. It's a tower defense game. They all do. But in the same way that like chess takes strategy, you know what I mean? And that's it. Have fake game. That's not true. Don't call yourself a fake gamer. There's no such thing. Listen, you can play solitaire, so far as I'm concerned. Okay, maybe not solitaire, but like, you know, you can just play like random mobile games, and that counts if that's how you want to identify. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if that's what you're like, oh, that's my hobby, and that's what I like to tell people about, is like, oh, I love playing little games like this. Like, yeah, it's all great. Do the Tropico games count as strategy? I believe so. I think those are Paradox games, aren't they? And I think they're like strategy, like either turn-based or real-time strategy is kind of what I'm talking about, which is like, you know, you enact things and hit next turn, and then it rounds, and then the next turn happens, and like there's economy or troop movements, etc., 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 and there's goals for like domination or diplomacy or whatever, you know? Just a lot. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I really dislike the like Crusader Kings, the what do you call it, Stellaris, what's it called, Heroes of something, Heroes of something, which is like a Heroes of War. Is that what it's called? They're all Paradox games. That one's like set in World War II, I think. and all these other things. I really dislike their style. Play video game, you're a gamer. Exactly. I dislike their style for oh, that's a no from me, dog. That's let me get a bow. Whap. Whap. Just because there's just a lot. Well, for me, it's not just that there's a lot. Like, I like the Total War series, which, like, don't get me wrong, like, there's problems with it a lot. But I quite enjoy the Total War series of games by Creative Assembly. And I guess the reason for that is I like that it has that, like, overview. He's lucky. He's lucky the animation for my sword to come out was so slow. Or else. But yeah, I quite like the Creative Assembly like Total War series because it just really gives you both that overview campaign map, but then also intimate like troop movements and like on the ground battles that you can play yourself. But there's also diplomacy and trade routes, and like you don't have to like necessarily conquer people and stuff like that. So I just think it's like a really interesting game. Ooh. Huh. Light up the underside of the dock. No, that sounds crazy. I think you're insane. Oh, there's a creeper, I'd like to meet her. Oh, there's a creeper, and I don't want to meet her. Hey, speaking of Portal, the current sub goals to play Portal. Well, would you look at that? Would you look at that synergy? So yeah, if we hit 50 subs before the end of the month, then I'll play through Portal 1. And then I'll probably make it like, I don't know, 75 by the end of the month to do Portal 1 and 2. So it's like not too much, but I don't know. Thoughts on the Volume 2 of Stranger Things episodes. So, without any spoilers, no spoilers, don't worry. Without any spoilers, I think it was alright. There's stuff that I'm not happy about. There's some stuff that I'm really like not happy with how it worked out. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. So there was terrible synergy, actually. There was terrible synergy, and I just forced the sub goal down everybody's throat. Anyway, but yeah, so I don't know. There's some characters that their outcome I was unhappy with. Others' outcome that I was like, why? Listen, they don't have the chops, we'll say. Yeah, they don't have the chops. The Duffer Brothers don't have the chops to kill one of the characters that I think they should. That I'm like, you don't have it in you. I know you don't. You're weak. Hey guys, don't forget the sub goal to Okay, listen. I do the streamy stream. It's my job. I gotta do it. I mean, it's not really my job. It's my side thing, but you know, it helped me pay for heat. So that's really good. No. Do I not have any dark? Oh, there's the dark oak. I was like, do I not have any? Slurp Boy Cold. Oh, so here's the thing. Nothing really feels real. The character is safe. Huh. I watched all 4 seasons recent, and I enjoy it. The ending was kind of quick. I never felt. See, the thing, I felt they could have wrapped it up this season. I feel they're prolonging it for no reason. But yeah, I don't know. For me, it wasn't like bad in any way. It was just more like for this latest season or whatever, it was more just like, oh, I wish they had done something more interesting with it for certain characters. Is more where I'm at with it. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just like, oh, that could have been more. That could have been more interesting. That could have been done cooler. This character could have had a better payoff. I dislike. There's a quick time skip that's like, oh, a few days later or whatever. I hate it. I hate it. Should I watch Stranger Things? I think so. I think it's a good show in general. Like I would recommend it as a show to people. Like yeah. If you're asking, I would recommend it. It's never been like, oh wow, it's so terrible, you know? Yeah, the time skip, because there was just no payoff to so many moments because you don't get to see character interaction. About the Stranger Things is a Demogorgon. How do you even say it? Yeah, it's called a Demogorgon, and also it irks me because that's not what a Demogorgon is in D&D. It's so funny to me how they've totally like just not gone with what is in D&D Demogorgons or stuff like that. You know what I mean? What time do you deem a reasonable time to sleep? Well, that depends, I guess, on what time you need to be awake. You know, that's kind of where most people, because like some people work in the mornings and so they sleep at night, and other people work at night so they sleep in the day, you know? Sorry for my weird name. There's an alt account. What? No, you're not gonna be sorry for a weird name. I don't think it's that weird. You're fine, dude. Oh my gosh. Like action directly into Happy Hangouts. Yep. Yeah, tonally, it was a weird shift. Sorry, I forgot about that bit. Yeah, it was tonally a weird shift for that reason as well. Like, yeah, it lacked a lot of good dramatic payoff, but on top of that, just tone-wise, what a weird shift. What a peculiar thing to shift into, where it was like, okay, I'm glad you guys are all doing like a Sears ad, I guess now, or whatever. Like, that existed, right? Sears is a thing in the 80s, right? Yeah. Yeah, never stay up all night. If you have triggers and want to check up a show or movie, yeah, doesadogday.com is a great resource for that. I don't know if do they do video games now too? I remember, I think originally they didn't, but I feel like they've expanded to video games as well. Well, none of the monsters are D&D monster. I mean, Vecna is literally a creation of Gary Gygax. And so is a Demogorgon. Like, and they're all meant to be playing D&D in the first several seasons. So like what they use in Dungeons and Dragons in their seasons are wrong as well. Like they are. They just didn't want to license them properly, I'm pretty sure. Community game night. I mean, the community kind of already does that itself. The gang role in the Discord is a bunch of people who will occasionally get together to play games and stuff like that. Speaking of, like, always feel free to use the Discord for organizing stuff like that whenever you want to. Meet people in it. There's cool people in the Discord, and you can yeah. That's why there's 2 gaming channels in case 2 people wanted to play video games at the same time, 2 groups or whatever. Yeah. Yes, they do video games as well. Okay, perfect. I wasn't totally sure. I just read Gomba. You misunderstood me. I meant never go to sleep. Stay awake forever. Not gonna lie. Kinda seems untenable. Kinda seems a little bit of a reach. Yo, yeah. Thank you so much for the follow. I don't know how to say those characters. What if it's homebrew D&D in that show? I hate it. Listen, my beef with it is not what is in the show. My beef with it is what it does to the public idea of what those things are. Because most people will not know the difference. Most people will just be like, yeah, that's what that is from D&D. And then when they get into D&D, you always have this inevitable thing where they're like, oh. Also, I met someone once who thought Stranger Things invented D&D, and I'm kind of still mad about it. Just because they argued me and would not believe me when I even showed that, like, no, it's a thing that exists and has existed prior, and I did not like that. I'm gonna be on talking to my fellow friends in Discord. Yeah, fair enough. Nap, do you think sleep exists for me? I mean, it should, because I mean, you can't hit more than 11 days without kicking the bucket, so at some point it does. Sleep is merely for the weak. I mean, that's not true. You all need to get at least 8 hours. You're growing little kids, all right? Listen, you're growing children. You need to get your 8 hours. You need to eat your greens, drink some milk and some water to grow up big and strong and stay hydrated well. You know, make sure to get to bed on a good time, keep a good schedule. And what else to do? Make sure to get all the vitamins you need, you know? No, believe me, I thought they were messing with me too. They weren't. They weren't. They brought someone else into the conversation to be like, hey, settle this for us. Like, they brought someone else in. Like, they were confident that I was wrong. Now I'm at 2. That's my point. This was a few years ago. This was like after like season 2, I think, or season 3 or whatever. But anyway, I had mentioned, I think I'd been like, oh yeah, I played D&D or whatever, and they were just like, oh, like the game from Stranger Things? And I was like, oh yeah, they use it, but no, and I was like, yeah, no, it existed long before. We play in, like at the time, I think we were using like Eberron or something like that, and then they were just like, no, it like the game was invented for Stranger Things. Like they created it for the show. I was like, what? Then oh my god, I was impressed. The D&D came from the Big Bang Theory, and yeah, it's stuff like that where you're just like, what? Huh? I still somewhat maintain that I don't think in Civil War, I don't think Peter Parker would have said, hey, you guys know that really old movie? I think he just would have said, hey, you guys know Empire Strikes Back? You know what I mean? I feel like he wouldn't have said, you know, that really old movie vaguely. But whatever. I live on Monster and Minecraft, so fail it at everything you say. No! Don't drink energy drinks. It's bad for you. Or do. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Listen, all I'm saying is y'all grow. You want to be big and strong, right? You want to grow. Sleeping is the best way to get taller, by the way. You know, a lot of you are like, what, 5 foot nothing? So I don't know why I just chose to roast you there, but anyway, but if you want to get big and tall, you gotta sleep, because that's when your growing happens most, you know? Gombar, you know, honestly, that has been the only way I've personally rationalized it, so fair enough. Halfway to 40 next year. But yes, I'm eating my greens. Well, good. You should, even at 40, you should be eating your greens. From before the show, and they were the newest edition. Ooh, is literally really popular and relevant, or is still really popular and relevant. So yeah, it's kind of odd. Yeah, it was just kind of a weird line, and so I do agree with Gombar. Soldier from TF2. I genuinely don't know what that accent is. That's not an accent. That's just yelling. That's just. Dear God, this is a bucket. No, there's more. Dear God. Like, that's just. That's just nothing. Listen up, maggots. I'm gonna be yelling at you now as though I'm the soldier, and boy, is this gonna obliterate my throat real fast. Where plant? How are you? Oh, I can feel the pain of this one already. Ooh, this is bad. Ooh. Oh, thank you, actually. I'm gonna need that one. Who would have a harder time if Spider-Man and Batman switched villains? Depends on who you count to be whose villains, you know? Listen up, you Lucy. Oh my god. That's actually such an interesting question. That depends on who you count as a Spider-Man villain. Because arguably, like, Spider-Man has fought Doom before, and Thanos. But I don't count those as Spider-Man villains. Kingpin's a pretty easy for Batman. Honestly, I think Spider-Man has the harder time. Despite having powers, I think Spider-Man has the harder time. He'd be good against Clayface because he knows, like, he's fought Sandman. That's kind of a tit for tat. And Chameleon as well. So, like, you know, he'd be good for that. Oh, the movie villain. If that, in that case, you know what? I'm gonna go with Batman will have the harder time simply because of Electro. I think Electro will present, because of movie villain, like, I think that's gonna be the hardest time. I think Batman will have the harder time. Emotional support, hydrate, dear Lord. Thank you, MJ. Is he never in any of the armed forces and gets mad if you bring it up and call him a civilian? Cause listen here, maggot. Oh my god. I'm doing well. Do you guys remember when I talked about my robotics competition? I do. I completely forgot to tell you about what happened. Ooh, do you want me to give you a story? Yes, absolutely. I'd love to hear what happened. I hope it was fun. I didn't get to hear anything about it afterwards, so I was hoping it was fun. I really am a total fool, chat. Oh my god. Look at me, silly as can be. I did not go grab the smooth stone. This is, you know, it's this. It's this right here that makes everything take so long. Because I can't just go like, and then firework and then be there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have an Elytra firework. I can't just be across. It's not that long of a distance, but having to run / walk it for everything and not have shulkers to bring everything. Where's Green? I could, you know, the things I would do. Oh my god. He gets it. He understands. Inventory space is a problem. Somebody get that man, I don't know, what does he like? Presumably vanilla wafers, I guess, and maybe a little bit of like hot chocolate, I feel, but maybe I'm severely misjudging Grian. I don't know. But I feel like Grian of the Hermitcraft probably likes hot chocolate and vanilla wafers. Well, I mean, realistically, Pink, I should go that way. I go the wrong way, typically every time. I should, in terms of stairs and everything, it would be a lot simpler for me to go from the docks to go, like, just straight beeline and then up. But then I never do. Avid adult apple juice fanatic. Interesting. Interesting. See, I wasn't sure if he was, like, big on, like, I don't know, because there's, like, a lot of, you meet a lot of YouTubers who are just like huge on Diet Coke for whatever reason. Oh, that's what I was doing. Oh. Batman vs. Doc Ock would be a movie I watch again and again without ever stop. Oh yeah, 100%. And that's the thing. Even though I said like, oh yeah, he'd probably lose to Electro, I still think there could be an interesting storyline of fight, and I think he could win. It's just I think he would have the harder go. But again, in the words of Stan Lee, like, it's whoever's writing it decides who wins. Effectively, also, anybody you think, one thing that's canon, I guess, is anybody who Captain America has beaten, Batman can beaten, because they fight to a standstill on their first ever meeting. Or not even a standstill. I think there's a little bit where Captain America said, like, oh, he could beat me. It's just like in his head. It's not to Batman. It's like in his head. He's like, in my head, I know. Or like in that moment, I knew that no matter what, like it's just a matter of time. But then he notices something else about Batman. And he's like, oh, maybe I can see if he's chill. Maybe he's just chill. But also, the greatest of all Batman media to ever exist is still Batman Brave and the Bold. And that's simply because it gave us the line, Batman does not eat nachos. And I love that. I love that for them, you know? It's just great. It's good. That's comedy. It's just quality. Batman does not eat nacho. Oh, apparently you do. There's another one and I was like, oh. I mean, desire path, make paths where you want to walk instead of trying to walk where you make your path. I mean, I know you're being helpful. I don't know why I'm memeing you, but also me. I guess I've just decided to be against my own best interest. Okay, so we got there and we were assigned the room, and it was a big, massive school. Oh, it looked like university, but secondary school. So I was so confused how big it was. Also supposedly revamped, so it looked amazing. Ooh. When he meets Billiards, it doesn't hesitate. I mean, he didn't know who he was. I think Spider-Man would lose to the Riddler. Yeah, you know, that's fair. Well, not the Jim Carrey Riddler, though. If we're going by movie basis, not the Jim Carrey Riddler. See, that's the thing. If we're going by comics, I think Spider-Man has the harder time because despite having powers, I just genuinely think it's so much darker. Like Rhino, easy enough to beat for Batman. Kingpin, easy enough to beat. Doc Ock, a pain, but probably can be beaten because he's fought things like that before. Same with Hobgoblin and Green Goblin, fairly easy. Elektra's gonna be a bit of a pain, but you know. Control Opinion, Marvel is better than DC. I think Marvel, in terms of its movies, is better, yeah. In terms of comics and animation, I think DC is far better. I think DC has better stories. Like, genuinely, I think it's deeply mismanaged, but if you actually read through it, DC has a way better compelling characters and stories. I'll put it this way. For me, I don't think you ever have the true feeling of weight when like it'll always be Cap and Iron Man, and then it'll occasionally be like Steve, come on, or okay, Rogers, or like Tony, come on, listen. Bah, bah, bah. But like when you have Batman, like when you have like Superman look at Batman and like after a heated argument, like it's just kind of like that, like bruise. Like it just has more weight. I don't know how to describe it, but also they're genuine storylines of like Hush in Batman, or like All-Star for Superman, or Hero of Hope for Shazam, or Marvel, DC, or Star Wars. I mean, that's kind of not really comparable, just because like the sheer volume of material that exists for the comic series is different from Star Wars. I mean, I enjoy Star Wars, I think, more than I enjoy either, but otherwise I'd probably maybe go with like, again, DC just has some really great comics that tackle some really interesting themes. Oh, it's funny here, the cat meets Batman. Bruce Wayne just throws hands. Oh my god. Pink Dottie has crashed. Oh my god. Yo, Strawberry Boba Cutie. Hey, that's a cool name. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I presume you enjoy boba, which makes sense. It's quite delicious. I enjoy it. I'm so sad. There's like the nearest boba stand to me is closed for renovations, and I'm like, please, I don't want to go 3 more blocks. Why? Oh my god. We got to our room, relaxed for a bit on our 3-hour ride, and then we were called patient and the judge, and we did really well. Hey, my friend is amazing at canteen. Let's go. Anything really? And I think he really sold it to the judges. Don't tell him I said that because he has a bit of an ego. Ooh. Hey, still, that's sick though. Oh my god. Unpop opinion. Books are better than movies. No, I totally agree with that. I agree with that. Yes. Hey, well, I'm glad to hear it. Well, Strawberry, I hope you're doing well. Do you want to go by Strawberry, or do you have like a specific name that you'd like to be called? If so, do let me know. I try to remember any name that people give me as like, oh, please call me this. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope the week's been going well, and I hope you're excited for the weekend. I'll enjoy Boba Fett. Okay, Pink, that's enough for you. If you held a lightsaber in real life that's active like a real lightsaber, you would just melt because it would heat a lightsaber or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I also can't move a rock with my mind, so I don't know. Listen, I have no patience for any of the like, well, actually, like, so I don't have patience for that, well, in real life, because I'm like, listen, yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but it's not. Like, okay. You can't have fire in space either, but guess what? For all, you know what? Just say the Force contains it. The Force contains the heat off of it. Boom. Solved. Yo, Immortal Techno. What's up, dude? Hello. God, Jay want to get bubble tea. Oh, man, I love bubble tea, dude. Oh, and never mind. I can't. I was gonna say nothing about a recommendation of bubble tea. Anyway, maybe you would, but I simply wouldn't let my hand get hot. Okay. It's just a thought. Yeah, no, there's no worries, dude. No, sorry, that wasn't directed at you per se. It wasn't like specifically targeting you, dude. Okay with just strawberry? Hey, awesome, dude. Ooh. And that's probably enough to continue to work with. Ooh, there are actually white lightsabers. Ahsoka uses some, I think, at some point. Yeah, in The Mandalorian. Stuff like that. Cool. What if real things, but supposedly for the Affinity. Man, I love doing ridiculous calculations for no reason. No, again, I reacted too strongly. My hatred for the television show The Boys makes me just gut reaction on the defensive to like anything of like, well, in real life. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You hate fun and escapism. Cool. Again, that's not directed at anybody. I got defensive for no reason. That's on me. far more apparent stuff like ships making sound in space. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's like 1,000,003 things. But also, have you heard a TIE fighter? It sounds sick. It sounds so cool. Oh man, I hate the boy. One, I think The Boys is not well made. As subversive content, I think it has nothing to say, and I think it's gratuitous. Sorry, I could go off on this show. Okay. The only and last thing I will say about it, probably, I genuinely think that society has been, to a degree, not large, but at least a minimum degree, there is now a group of people that I think are now made worse off as human beings with less empathy because of that show. Not everybody who watches the show, not everybody. I think there's some. I think that show has cultivated bad things. That's all I'm gonna say. I think it is a net bad. Our Star Wars OC has a red lightsaber, which I realize is for the Sith. Would like hurt, I guess. A Nazi using it considered is cool. He found it. It was red. Hog? No, I'm so sad. It was on beat. It was on beat. Oh man, I messed it up. I'm messing up, guys. Oh, jeez. I don't understand how in Star Wars it takes place a long time ago, but has futuristic stuff. It's also far away. I mean, the universe is billions of years old. So the way to think about it that way is just in the time dinosaurs were here could be when it was taking place, but it was somewheres off billions of years ago away, miles and miles away, billions of miles away. And so even though it was long ago for Earth, I mean, other civilizations could be way more advanced than us and have been for a long time, you know? So even though it's long ago, it's not long ago on Earth. So everything was going great, Pog, and after the hypertension, we prepared for lunch. That measures temperature and altitude and our parachute. Obviously, because it'd be if I had to break, it would launch without it. Oof. The Boys was a freaking trip. I didn't like it. It made me very uncomfortable during most of it. Yeah, fair. I won't watch it personally. Historically inaccurate in Call of Duty Vanguard. Is game based off WW2. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much the accuracy of it needs to be in existence. That's it. What's the show about? Okay, I could get into it, but like, White Boy has no rhythm, bruh. I wonder if people on other planets or if we're the only humans. We're probably the only what we would consider humans. Like, I don't think apes existed somewhere, like the primate that became human, like the Neanderthal and stuff like that, like the Neanderthal and the I was gonna say homunculus, no, but the and the Homo erectus, like those two, I don't think existed anywhere else. So in that way, Lime, I think, yeah, we're probably the only humans, but I think you can find other creatures that are going to be a lot similar to us, just statistically speaking. But I also think we'll find lots that don't look anything like us, you know? No offense to anyone who likes Star Wars, I just don't see the point. That's fair. You don't have to like everything that everybody else likes. Again, like my opinion on Star Wars, I love Star Wars to death. I'll talk about it all the live long day to somebody who wants to, but at the same time, yeah, I get that it's also just wizards in space. It's a space opera about wizards with laser swords. Like at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about family drama. So like ninja wizards. Sorry, ninja wizards. Space, yeah. Samurai. I said ninja. Samurai wizards. So like yeah, at the end of the day, I can understand somebody being like, oh yeah, it's just not for me. It's like, yeah, not everything's for me, for everybody. I don't personally like the Kardashians as like a show. I don't see any interest or have any interest, but evidently some people do. Get into the boys of why I think it's a dangerous show or what? Okay, well, I mean, so The Boys is effectively angry Superman, or sorry, no, bad Superman, but bad. That's a really, okay, that's a derivative take, I'll admit, but ever since Watchmen, and basically, yeah, since Watchmen, there's been an effort in a new myriad of circles to continue to rehash the idea of like Superman, but what if he was evil? And it's just people cloned differently, but basically are meant to be stand-ins for Superman, etc. But I've heard that before. What makes it an opera? Oh, the style of storytelling. The style of storytelling is very dramatic, and it's focused particularly on the, like, you know how soap operas exist and stuff like that. Like it's particularly an overtly dramatized romantic. Do you mind? It's a particularly dramatized romantic. What's the word I'm looking for? Fanciful storyline, basically. Okay, well, thanks. So yeah, that's kind of part of it. That's like the easiest explanation for it. But yeah, I mean, there's a number of little bits that make something an opera, but like, yeah. But an opera doesn't have to mean singing. It's the style of over dramatized, like excessive, like to the point of being corny. Like the fight on Mustafar is corny, and it's great. I live for it. I very much enjoy Star Wars for the world building, etc., and the character design. Fair. My attitude is that if you throw the word "star" in front of your show, I'll watch it. Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate. Fair. I mean, yeah, that's valid. People like space. At least not to the extent people hold it up. Oh, I don't think it holds up personally. Fair enough. I think it holds up actually phenomenally well, but just because you don't think so doesn't mean that either one of us is right or wrong. I know this one is really controversial because of the creator, but I prefer Harry Potter all the way. I mean, yeah, fair. I mean, it's controversial because of its creator and stuff like that. Personally, I think it's, I mean, I could take it apart, but I'm not gonna do that. Like, like my thoughts on it doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. You know what I mean? It means a lot to a lot of people, often because of the time period they read it in. Like 9 times out of 10. I think it certainly has a lot of problems, not just like in terms of being problematic, but I also think its systems are a little nonsensical and lazy at times. But what I will say is it does probably the best world building anybody has ever done. To this day, people know their Hogwarts house off the top of their head. They just will. If they've cared at all, they'll know it. They'll recognize the wands. They'll recognize, like, the world building in that, phenomenal. Even though it's lunacy, it's nuts. In what world do you have wizards who can like teleport instantly, send their mail by an owl, or enchant a car to fly? Or why can you apparate Enflu powder? What's the point of that? Like, why are you still using physical money? Why? Like, there's so many little things where it's just like, this is nonsensical. Why aren't you involved in real world issues, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it. I don't want to dismantle anybody's enjoyment of things. But yeah, it's a masterclass in world building. Best world building, Tolkien. I don't like Tolkien's world building. Honestly, I think it's a rich world, but I also think it fails to understand how time works, if that makes sense. It has no concept of time. Tolkien made an interesting universe, but what, 10,000 years ago, somebody made the greatest thing ever, and now, not? Like nothing can ever be made better than that since? Like, I'm just saying, like, that sense of time makes no sense. oh, people were just more magical back then. Like, okay, I guess, but you're saying like no new discovery was made in thousands of years, or no new evil, even though more powerful evils supposedly can exist. Anyway, I digress. It's more just like, I think there's elements to it that fail to understand that time has to move forward. But yeah, like I think in general, it's I don't get me wrong. I think Tolkien does a masterclass of like, not necessarily, not world building. His masterclass is more in understanding a history, but he fails to understand the movement of time forward, in my opinion. But he understands the need for having like, oh, this is this person and this connects through all history and this is why they feel this way and da 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 da, etc. Making me froth at the mouth. And that's the thing, like, things can be good and bad. That's another thing. Things can be good and they can be bad. They can have like, don't get me wrong, I love the elves. I know lots about it. I know all the Sons of Durin, and I'm aware of the Dunedain, and I'm very much aware of like how Gandalf and the other Aesir came to Middle Earth, and like what they're doing, and Morgoth and everything. Like, I'm very well versed in Tolkien. I just think it generally it fails to recognize how time and technology progress. And it has this, like, it's hollow in terms of its time. It's hollow because it can't recognize that, you know, things change. The most perfect thing to ever be made can't come from the past. But it does understand that in fantasy, a previous magical age has to have existed, or else why do dungeons exist? In all D&D fantasy writing, like, to have to have a world where you're like, oh yeah, here's a dungeon with like a super cool weapon or amulet or whatever. It needs to have had a world that did exist prior to this one that's gone now. But yeah, like, as a transfer myself, it hurts that the creator has done and helped me through my lowest points to this day, and also this brilliant project. Yeah, and see, that's the thing, and like I think there's a lot of stuff that can be said. Again, who am I? What do I know? Lots of things can be torn apart when you get nitpicky. When it comes to things like The Boys, my issue with that is it's gratuitous, its particularly shock value is all that it has no real substance. All the things that it does pretend to be saying about society fall hollow and short simply because it fails to recognize what society we actually exist in. Additionally, it's not original. Like, nothing that it says is original. It's all based around the original, around the idea of Superman, but what if bad, and just fails to understand the point of comic books and heroism as the idea of escapism. We like the idea of a hero. They don't even have to be a perfect hero. People love anti-heroes too. But the idea of introducing realism and real world science into something like The Boys, to be like, oh, actually the Flash would liquefy someone if they touched them. It's the same with the people who are like, oh, Superman caught Lois Lane, she'd break in his arms. And I was like, okay, cool. You know what I don't, one, need to see, two, care about, or three, think is valid to bring up in, because also, all of those people fail to understand in both Marvel and DC Comics, it was established back in the 70s that the base human is not a normal human by our standards. Earth 616 and Earth Prime in DC, none of them have what we are. We aren't possible. That's why Batman can punch people through walls, and why, like, he's not putting people in hospital forever. It doesn't happen. And the same people will come out and be like, why did, oh my God, never mind. The same people come out, why didn't Batman and Bruce Wayne do X, Y, and Z? Why doesn't he? Why doesn't Batman do X, Y, and Z? And why doesn't this billionaire help out? And in the it's truly, oh my God, I thought it was Goblin for a second because I didn't see him, and I was like, I was about to scream. But anyway, and The Boys is just a edgelord's attempt to try to tear down having something that's idealistic. It's an attempt to ruin something because somebody somewhere's got mad that so many people were happy and excited to have something cool in the movies that they like, which are these heroes that they can just hold up for no reason. Why? Because heroes are good, and that everything needs complexity these days, and everything needs to be gray, and everything needs to have grit to it. Okay, well, guess what? The world can really just stop being so gritty. All right, I'm fine with having the places of grit. I love subversion in media. Maybe some things don't need to be subverted. Maybe some things are just fine to be idealistic. Maybe they are fine to just be enjoyed. Maybe it's cool that a hero will save a kitten from a tree. Why? That makes no sense. That's such a waste of their powers. Why aren't they doing? Because it's good. It feels good. It's fun. And The Boys is just gratuitous violence stacked onto the idea of like, well, none of that could actually happen in the real world. Get owned, liberals. Like, which isn't even totally true. That's unfair because there's a lot of conservative critique in The Boys, I'm aware. But regardless, I think The Boys' effort to rehash the story told already too many times and told best in storylines like Watchmen doesn't need to be done again. Doesn't need to be trotted out as though it's something new, something original, or something of any merit or taste or value. It is a failure of Western society, in my opinion, that we feel the need to constantly destroy all that someone else might hold up or use as a symbol of good in their developmental years into their maybe mid to adult life. And I think it is a failure that we feel that is something that needs to be critiqued constantly. But anyway. Sorry, I got carried away. The Boys is just anti-Justice League propaganda footed by IRL Lex Luthor. Oh my god. Due to the nature of your world, how did you obtain the totem? It fell out. So early on there was a raid because obviously it killed a bunch of pillagers. I didn't know who they were and they attacked me. And then I went into this little village. And there was a raid and there was this weird kind of shaman fellow. I'm not totally sure what he did. I'm not sure if I hallucinated it, to be honest, in everything that was going on, but he ended up dropping this when I killed him. Also, out of like in-world explanation wise for this world, the fact that I survived a raid in like iron armor in a hardcore world, like a Ravager hit me and I lived. Got the village killed? I did not. The village did not die from that. The village got zombified. We can go see them right now if you'd like. It was not a raid that did it. No, I think I was just instructed and by vote so my guy like recognizes a magical essence to it, studied it with a cleric and with 2 towns over, and then looked it up with Dave for a bit, and we know it's something magical, some sort of artifact, but we don't know what. And then I was instructed by the gods basically to always keep it on me. It was prophesized that it would prevent great tragedy. That's all that I know. Keep it on you, keep it in hand, and prevent great tragedy. And I laughed at that, and then I nearly fell off a cliff, so I decided to take it into consideration, you know? Yo, Elijah232323_ thank you so much for the follow. I like saying the full name. But no, thank you so much for the follow, dude. How you doing? Remember that there was a guy who had data from our launch? Ooh, because they do help people and lose data, so we got the guy to help us and get all our data and prepared to do the. Ooh, sounds like came in clutch. Where planet? Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Not the crying emoji. Why you gotta do me like that? Oh man. I mean, it got common sense, foresight. Because it's scary out there. It's a scary time. I'm sad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I think the creeper should have its texture changed in what environment it's in, because in the alpha version, the creeper was actually camo because of the right old grass textures, but now it's just bright green. I can understand that sentiment. I don't think it'll ever happen. I think it's too iconic at this point. Like, even when they updated the ore textures, they largely kept diamond the same because it was too iconic. Like, too many plushies exist, too many, like, too much memorabilia exists for them to change it. You know what? You know that? Like, it's just, like, too much memorabilia. You wanna know why? Sure, what's up, dude? I mean, like, I will say, it's not like, I will say, like, sure, feel free to, like, touch on it, but I'm not really here for trauma dumping, if that's the thing. We did our final presentation in front of all the team and judges. Ooh, and like my friend, he sells the presentation to everyone at the time, so we finished the judges look. We watched all the other teams present. Hey, man, we're playing. Congratulations. Also, yo, Oliver, dude, what is up, man? Thank you so much for the raid. That's so weird. I was just talking about you like a half an hour ago, man. How you doing, man? How you doing? Oh my God, how was the stream, dude? What is the thing you're looking forward to being able to do most in your world? Elytra. Elytra. It saves so much time. Shulkers and Elytra. Just that. Oh, but if you mean go play, I mean, going to the end will be sick, I think. Just like that exploration. That just sounds so fun. Like, it'll be a whole stream, probably, just 4 in the end. At least one. Yo, welcome Raiders, by the way. Welcome Raiders. I actually had viewers. Hey, wow, I'm glad to hear you're killing it, my man. You're killing it. Let's go. Oh my gosh, it was fun and very chill. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, dude. Oh man, I was talking to chat earlier about you. I was like, where's Oliver? Somebody needs to answer me a question about the British. Oh dear God. Oh my gosh. Ask him about the what? Right, that's what we were talking about, Desky. Oliver, what in God's name is a water biscuit? What is that? What does that mean, man? I'm so confused. Like, can I join you on Minecraft? Oh, this is actually a single player world, my dude. It is single player hardcore. So alas, it is all just moi. Where'd you hear that? I don't know, somebody in chat was like, yeah, the water biscuits, you eat them at restaurants or something like that. Oh no, who was it? Oh wait, no, was it Zelia? No, it wasn't Zelia. Rude. How that didn't hit the first time, I'm a little confused by it. But yeah. I'm trying to remember. No, I can picture the color of the name now. It's like, it was like red, I was pretty sure. It was a red name. Oh no, I feel so bad. I feel so bad. This was only a little while ago. I was just being told about. Wait, no, wasn't it, those pesky northerners, bruh. Come on. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel so bad. I'm blanking on their name right now. I think they're still awake too, because they were like asking about when to go to sleep. Bruh, you can't say pesky northerners. That's so mean. What'd they do to you? Come on. They just like, we're from the north. I hear it remembers. Oh my God. Those pesky northerners coming in here telling people about our pub. I was also asking them about, I thought you guys still used pence and shillings. Apparently shillings are out. I'm a little sad about that, not gonna lie. I thought shillings was a cool name for a coin, man. Speak weird, innit? Bro. You can't. Oh my god, speaks weird, innit? No, speaks weird. Oh my god. Oh yeah, he's from Slough. He speaks weird again. No, get him out of here. Get him out of here. You're alright. I don't know if you do it over here, but here in Britain we have a game where we try many water biscuits as possible. It's surprisingly difficult because it just sucks up all the saliva. So you can't swallow this. Yes, that was the comment. I forget. Was it you, Alexander? Did I miss that? Me about American Northerner. Okay, go wrestle another gator, pal. Like, go be wannabe Crocodile Dundee. Like, what? Leave me be. Let me live, man. Come on. Oh my gosh. It's not very effective, but I don't have any more cobble on me. Oh god. I did that, boy. MREs once. British people actually use gobblers and 12 roots. So true. So true, King. There's only one of us gets are amazing with a bit of best butter on. What is best butter? Bro, when did what? Bermuda's in the global north, bro. I don't know what you want from me, man. Of Binley's mega chick Gesundheit. What? Oh my god, the British are so. Oh my god, I don't even know what you mean. Okay, I'm gonna go get cobble. Let's go. Ow, my little ankles. Best butter. What is best butter? What does that mean, man? You have a type of butter that is considered best among all other types of butter, or is the brand called best? I hope you guys enjoyed my story. I know it was hard to keep best try. No, dude, it sounds like you had a great time, man. Like genuinely, like I thought it was pretty cool. And I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself so much on your robotics competition. Also, always clutch to have the one dude who's good at presentations. That is like the best thing to have, man. So not like butter spread, but best butter comes in a block and it's either salted or unsalted, depending on the state. That sounds like butter. It just sounds like butter. What you're describing is just butter. Like that's not. I have to say, now that I've affirmatively driven up and down the East Coast, the South is better drivers' roads. The roads are no, they do not. No, the South part of America has god-awful drivers who do not know how to merge, do not know how to drive, do not know. They're like, oh, I'm so aggressive up there. No, people just have places to be, man. All right, I have things to do. I have places to be. I'm sorry, I can't wait for you and your 35 horses. Get off the road. So no, they're not better drivers. They're slower drivers, sure, but they're not better. They just don't know what they're doing, man. One day there was a man named Binley, and his life goal was to create a truly remarkable chip shop called Binley's Mega Chippy. The only Mega Chippy to ever exist. Oh my god, this sounds like an origin story. The language barrier between the British and everyone else is truly something to behold. Truly, it baffles me. Yeah, but people up north don't feel the need to absolutely come to a full stop at a yield sign when no traffic is there. Just go. Oh, God. Historical city. And I have a team of dudes since I was 5. Loved it. Oh, Puck. Binley Mega Chippy. My God. I mean, sometimes in chat, maybe not, but I always understand him when I can hear Oliver. I can understand. When I can hear him, I'm like, ah, yes, of course. Now it all makes sense. Oh my God. Then again, I actually don't think I've been in the call with Oliver in a long time. I feel like last time, dude, what was last time? I feel like last time was like, was it on Patty's server? Was that the last time with Shark? I think so. Dang. Could be wrong. Still doing, they all come to the complete stop at every turn they do. At least others have the decency to not stop on a highway for a turn. Nah, I've literally never seen it. The only people I've seen stopping up here all have like Alabama plates. Like when I visited up north from Bermuda. Wild. I'm going to bed. Sure thing, Desky. I hope you have a great weekend, dude. I hope it's fun. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I hope you sleep well, dude. 1 a.m. Yeah, I can understand tapping out. Playing bumper tag with you on a video. That is literally, it just sounds like you drive dangerously. You know, it sounds like you drive recklessly, dangerously, and still don't know how to merge. So also you didn't understand what frostbite was, so I'm not taking anything in terms of advice. What? I don't understand how frostbite works. I'm fine. I can just not worry about it. Pink, we've been over this last time you brought up bumper tag. No one else had heard of it, and it sounds like some absolute wild. I don't know if I can say that. It sounds like some just absolutely wild trailer park nonsense, man. No, that is some crazy deep south stuff. That is nothing that anybody sane plays. Gotta play D&D for a bit back to the stream. Sure, thanks, pal. Have fun playing D&D, dude. Point to the combo when it comes to Napa Pink disagree about no other switching to Pink is possibly insane in a southern way. Oh. Oh my gosh. I see. It's great to have MJ around because MJ can just be like, no, I genuinely, that just sounds dangerous. What are you talking about? And that's when we realize it's not a southern thing, it's a Florida thing. Which is a different breed, man. There's a reason that you have whole like things dedicated to like Florida man. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, what you were talking about is a car crash. Intentional car crashes is still a fender bender is still legally a car crash. And also, gently, you don't know how it will work out. You could endanger yourselves or others. Oh no, it accidentally was a little too hard. They weren't expecting it to happen that way or that soon or etc. They lost control and the car flipped. The legend of Gentleman Minions. Gentleminions is a very recent legend told by only the highest British. Since the movie premiere of Minions Rise of Gru, people have felt so honored to be there. I get groups of people to watch it in the cinema in the suits. Yeah, it's a TikTok trend. I love it. Funny to me. I don't want to leave, but I'm leaving at the beach at 9 a.m. and it's, oh my god. Then you should go to bed, man. Better judge what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. I mean, in fairness, I'm gonna lay down a little bit more and then I end up at 8:30 anyway. So if you want, you can wait until the end of the stream, but good gravy. Good gravy. Oi, Oliver. What is your favorite British snack, my man? What is the number one? What's the you're down to, oh, what's it called? You're down to big Tesco's and you're like, hey, oh yeah, can I get like 50 of whatever? Like, what is the thing? I think I got that right, chat. I think I asked the right question. I think it's big Tesco is the thing. I think I've heard that enough times. I'm confident. Yeah, Dunkers, of course. Oh god, it's not something I recognize. Oh no. Dunkers are the best. What in God's name is Dunkers? I have a friend getting married in August. I need you or chat to remind me to send him Matt Smith's dead seed from Morbius on his wedding night. How am I gonna remember that? I'll do my darn diddly darndest, my friend. Oh my gosh. Ah! Devastating news. Devastating news. Oh my god. It is big Tesco, right? I wasn't absolutely insane there. Also, you know what's great about streaming is occasionally I just have a chat that pops off about literature, and that is all that I'll ever care about. It'll just occasionally start being like, yeah, and another thing about world building, and I'll be like, oh yeah, my people, let's go. Oh man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Gym people are awesome. Gym people are fun. Gym people don't often want to talk about world building in fantasy novels. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lead a big ruse here. But yeah, they're not always so sold on the idea. Wait a second, Oliver. How late is it for you, man? I just realized. Good lord. Mans is just awake. Depending on your choice to shop, a big Tesco is acceptable, but the best snack, as you put it, is definitely Dearly Dunkers. What are they? Are they like a cookie? Are they like a Dunkers are only the greatest garlic breadstick dipped in silky smooth cheese dip, put in portable plastic casing. Oh, okay, I can get behind that. That sounds pretty good. Sounds like oh, what are those called? They're up in oh, they're like a thing, garlic rods or something like that. Anyway, I forget. They were like a thing that I remember having in at a small little restaurant I stopped into once. It was great. It was like a little Italian place, but yeah. I was gonna say, good lord, yeah. Oh my god. And it's like, yeah, it's 1:18. I'm just, it's tomorrow. It is currently. It is currently the 8th day of July for me. Hi. Good lord. That's wild. It's currently the 8th day of July for some of you. You absolute hooligans. Just out here like, yay, it's currently it's a different day. Aw, man, rip you guys though. No more of you could have, what do you call it? No, it's the 9th of July. Oh, right, today's the 8th. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Anyway, what was I saying? Something. Oh, I meant to go in there. It is the 8th here. That's what I meant. Yes. Anyway, no, poor Oliver and Wereplanet and everybody. You no longer have your beautiful new blue passports. How will you ever survive, man? How will you ever survive? They will no longer be beautiful new blue passports. Okay, I probably deserve that hydrate. Oh my gosh. Got an assignment you missed? Pff, no. Oh my god. Poor Bojo. Bojo gone. Bojo is gone. Corroborate. Oh my god. Oh, I'm fine. Hey. Well, you know what, chat? I'm probably gonna call it there. Because I'm not really gonna be, I don't even have time to work on anything else. It's been a lot of fun. I know we covered, we weirdly, I apologize. I normally try to like avoid some of the heavier topics. I was just in a mood, I guess, today. So I got into some of those earlier this stream, but yeah. Oh man, it's been grand. It's been a great stream. All he wanted was blue passports. No. Oh, why, God, why? Just got, you know what? You know how they should get rid of? They just got Lizzie coming out. She just absolutely drops a haymaker. She just like decks him, or just like, oh man, just RKO's him from behind in your what is it called? House of Commons, I think. Yeah, just comes slithering on behind. Oh, watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Oh, Randy Orton just bops. Oh no, she used the big gold mace thing. Just bap. That's how she gets rid of that. That's how they're dismissed. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Never happened, but it'd be funny. Oh man, just got British parents. I mean, sounds fun. Sounds like the start of a novel. Oh my god. Anyway, chat, thank you so much for coming out. It's been a lot of fun. For those that are new, I stream every Monday and Friday, same time, you know, 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, it's always fun. I enjoy it. Thank you so much again to Oliver for the raid, as well as for earlier raids of the stream. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great weekend. I don't know what y'all are up to. Me personally, I'm gonna probably go buy some boba. Yeah, maybe go for a bike ride. Who knows? Anyway, chat, don't forget we're doing Frantic Fair. Yes, true. Why? Gombar! Oh, welcome back, Gombar. Speaking of, congratulations again to Gombar and Wereplanet. Wereplanet for your competition. Gombar, congratulations again on the MCAT. That is huge, and you really should be proud. All right. Oh my god. But yeah, I hope y'all do well, and I will see you in the next. Oh wait, before I forget, do remember, chat. Good God, I almost forgot to announce. I put out. I know, right? Crazy. New YouTube video. Go watch it. Go have fun. Flee. Go and have fun for the rest of your night, chat. Bye, chat. Bye, chat. Bye. Bye, chat. Bye. Bye, chat.